morning. It's Pantyhose Greg from the PHG headquarters. How you guys all doing? Hey, let me tell you something. It's going to be a fantastic day, so get out there and enjoy it.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Welcome to your Thursday. The Prequend is here. It's a summer Prequend, and we are Klein Alley Show, and yesterday is a holiday. And
happy
it was
Juneteenth.
Happy, I don't know if you say, did you say happy Juneteenth?
Yes, it is a happy.
All right,
yes,
happy Juneteenth.
Very happy.
All right.
I mean,
celebrate.
It's the end of slavery. It's a thing to celebrate.
I agree, but here we are at work, so that's not a thing to celebrate, right?
Hey, we chose to come in today.
That's right.
I took it off last year, I mean.
I remember. Omar stood in solidarity. This year,
I was at Disneyland.
That's beautiful. No
and
better
I ran
place.
into Big Boy at Disneyland last year.
I believe it.
So he
awesome.
celebrates it too there.
Of course.
I guess so.
He gets the day off.
Oh, last year there was that huge misunderstanding with our company, remember?
Yes. 2
They're
years.
so wish-washy with everything.
I know, they really are.
And so they told us, like, everybody's going to be able to take Juneteenth off. And I was like, great, I'm going to make plans because I have, like, a slight hookup at Disneyland. And so I had made plans, and then they reversed it on us. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Well, they didn't even do a real reversal. They walked in like, so are you guys really doing that?
Yeah.
And you're like, what are you talking about? Isn't this a company holiday? But company holiday isn't the same as on air, apparently.
Well, the company always just never wants to look bad. So every decision they make is how can we not look bad? And 1 year it was like,
Which,
we are forcing.
coincidentally makes them look bad.
It makes them look the worst. But 1 year they were forcing us all. You are not allowed to come in on Juneteenth.
But also, wasn't that Juneteenth on a Saturday?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's just like it was on a Saturday.
When everybody took it off was that 1 year, and then the next year it was on a Saturday, so the company was like, phew.
Yeah, they're like, we are
then-
making a stand. Everyone's off. We're like, it's on Saturday, you
And then the
idiots.
following year it was on a weekday again, and they were kind of like, and then now this year they're like, yeah, you're working.
Let me just say good morning to first caller out of the gate. This is a guy by the name of Pantyhose Greg, who does the intros for the show every day. He's an unpaid, I guess, member of the staff here. We don't ask him to do it, but he does it anyway. Good morning, Pantyhose Greg.
I love you guys so much.
Pantyhose Greg, I want to warn you that we have received another person that is trying to steal your position as the official show announcer, and I don't know if you've heard from this guy, but listen to this.
Hey everybody, this is Silk Stocking Steve. Triple S to all my fans out there. Wishing you a happy Juneteenth. And you're listening to the Klein and Alley Show.
So now we've got Pantyhose Greg, who's been doing this for a while, but now apparently there's a new guy named Silk Stocking Steve.
Triple S.
It's Triple S.
That's what I call him.
Yeah, because
He's my buddy.
So, Pantyhose Greg, are you concerned at all that this other guy, Silk Stocking Steve, is going to steal your thunder?
Well, all the greats have impersonators, okay?
Ah, that's a good point, PhD.
Uh-huh.
Maybe at the pickleball thing on Friday we can have a PhD Triple S.
Oh, battle. Maybe they can have a little pregame. You want to
Where's
come?
it at? I'll take the bus. Where's it at?
Santa Monica at a place called Pickle Popple or
It's
something.
in Sacramento. Head up the 5.
Yeah, start heading immediately. And just keep going. Now, we're Allie's going to battle those children in pickleball on Friday, tomorrow at noon. High
Santa
noon.
Monica.
Santa Monica, a place called Pickle Pop.
Well, this imposter has nothing on me. I've been announcing the Klein and Alley Show for about 3 years plus now. I
And-
really like the job.
And how much
Even
money
though-
have you made in those 3 years doing this?
None, but I wish you guys would give me something because, I got no money for the rest of the month. Nothing.
Hey, Jake, is it true that you're managing Silk Stocking Steve? You've signed him as your newest client?
We're in negotiations.
Oh, my God. That's unbelievable that you would do that. He was originally, keep in mind,
What is there to negotiate?
Jake was Pantyhose Greg's manager until Pantyhose Greg fired him because he didn't show up at his comedy
I
show.
know, but what if
And
Triple
now-
S blows up,
Triple
yo?
S is...
Hey everybody, this is Silk Stocking Steve. Triple S to all my fans out there. Wishing you a happy Juneteenth. And you're listening to the Klein and Alley Show.
He's
Be a
got
big star.
Yeah, he's got good delivery, Pantyhose
It's very
Greg.
soothing.
I'd be worried if I were you.
I am impressed, but I'm not worried because there's only one Pantyhose Greg, and I'm sitting right here on my patio ready to light it up, bro. Light it up.
This
right.
is going to be like he's Hydrox, and then
Yeah.
Triple S is Oreo.
I don't
Going to
think-
get all the credit.
And this equation, neither of them are Oreo. Let's be honest. We got Hydrox, and then we got the white
Dollar
Hydrox.
store,
We got both Hydrox this year. Anyway, we got a decent show planned for you today, believe it or not. Multiple announcers. And apparently, Jake is trying to book Silk Sucking Steve for the 8 o'clock hour.
Nice.
So we'll see if we can do that. It's KROQ. Easy $100 could be yours. Call now, 800-520-1067. It is a thrifty Thursday here at KROQ, but Allie will still pay the people.
Ain't so easy.
The people know more than she does. She pays the people. And remember, tomorrow, it's not too soon to start getting excited about another $500 Friday.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
It's great.
You know, I'm already battling two 11-year-olds on Friday. I have a lot going on. I don't need to also be out $500.
I know, you did it to yourself.
Yeah, people are very excited about this event happening tomorrow. We figured it out yesterday on the air. Once again, it's one alley. We're calling this thing unofficially One Dyke versus Two Tykes.
Oh.
That's
By the way,
name.
there was a very problematic video that Ali posted yesterday. I'm going to play some audio. I don't know what's happening here or what Ali expects to happen on Friday, but listen to this.
Now I got my balls, I got my paddle. So come at me, 11-year-olds.
What the heck?
Yeah, come at me, bro.
She got very aggressive. I saw this video as well, and
What?
she, she thinks she's all first of all, she was a sweaty mess. You would have thought if you're going to put a video online, you'd take a moment to towel yourself off.
I haven't done the post-workout shower
Allie
yet.
looked like a blotchy, sweaty mess and decided now's a good time for me to post a video of myself.
Actually, what's ironic is I hadn't worked out yet.
Oh, really?
No.
Really? No way.
You look.
I was just laying this down. I can't play the rest because you put the bleep in the wrong spot. It clearly says
Instagram put that bleep in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Allie started cursing at these young children.
Yeah, which is shocking.
I know. It's really
However,
getting...
I got to intimidate them through whatever means possible.
It's getting very aggressive. And
want to hear some of the lame trash talk?
Yeah, I would like some of the... I like the trash talk, sure. Okay. Why not?
I've been smoking weed more years than you've been alive. Even with the two of you put together. That's 22 years of me still smoking a lot more weed. I don't really know what that does to my chances. It's not really trash talk. It's just factual.
All right. Not good at trash talk. She's not good at trash talk.
You know what? I think they're still intimidated.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I am excited for, and it is apparently open to the general public. We do not expect there to be a big turnout at all because we just announced this yesterday.
I heard Andre Agassi might be there.
Oh my God! Well, in that case,
that's not true.
That's great. That'd be fantastic.
You know what? I actually went to the gym yesterday after I picked up those pickleballs, and there was a 7 to 9 year old pickleball class happening. And I actually did kind of eavesdrop on it to try and get some pointers.
Yeah, I got my balls.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got the balls.
Sorry.
I got my balls.
Here's the thing. Tomorrow noon, place is called... Do we have a post up with the address and everything on our Instagram? I don't even know. Do we have that up? We should. If we don't, we'll get it up there. If you want to come out, give yourself an early summer Friday and meet us in Santa Monica tomorrow from noon until... Allie thinks she'll probably get her ass kicked by about 12:15. So noon to 12:15. We don't think we'll be there long, but it's going to be a great time.
In reality, I probably will lose.
Who's doing the play-by-play?
We're trying to get Marv Albert.
Great.
Is he alive still?
I think he's dead.
Oh, he is dead?
He died.
Oh,
Perfect.
Damn. Well, that's why he hasn't gotten
Let's
back to
go
us.
with him.
Maybe we get his hairpiece.
We've asked him so many times, he hasn't responded.
A hairpiece in the middle of
We'll figure it out. We'll get someone legitimate to do the play-by-play.
No, he's alive.
Oh, good.
He is?
All right, well, then get him.
84 years old.
Great.
Whoa.
Find Marv Albert. Get him tomorrow. Pickle Pop. It's one dyke versus two tykes.
Featuring Marv Albert.
And maybe we'll do a few
And his hairpiece.
a couple of pre-matches between some other notable
Children.
Klein Alley Show listeners. It's going to be chaos as always, so we're very excited about that. That'll be happening tomorrow. All right, quick break. When we get back, $100 of Allie's money could be yours. If you want it, call us now. 800-520-1067. That is your money next.
Ladies and gentlemen.
KROQ.
No down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands. On a KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout.
Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows.
Including My Chemical Romance at Dodger Stadium July 27th.
Linkin Park at Intuit Dome September 13th.
Let you cut me open just to watch me bend. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
The Offspring at Kia Forum August 29th.
With 1,000 eyes and a good day's guys, I got a bad headache.
Incubus at the Intuit Dome October 4th.
Pardon me while I wish you were here.
Blink 182 at Acrisure Arena October 5th.
Nobody got you when you're 23. My guess is growing up.
And more. A different show every hour on a KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout.
Courtesy of Live Nation.
Win tickets all this week on the World Famous KROQ.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. That's Joe. We'll be performing at Coachella tonight. We got another pair of tickets to give you to Coachella before we get the hell out of here today. And in our studio right now, smells great in here because we got a bunch of the food that will be available at Coachella, some of the collabs that are happening. Obviously, people go for the bands and the hang and the fashion, but the food, it's real deal. And we got some of the collabs in here from Prince Street Pizza and Postmates, and some of the collabs between Yeasty Boys and Prince Street as well, and some of these available general admission area, some VIP only. Regardless regardless, you will see these, I'm sure, all over your Instagram by the end of the weekend. In a moment, we'll do the high voltage food review with Postmaster Johnny. We just saw how Kev Eats does a review. This guy is, as you know, all over the place. Check out his new app called Biter, where you can follow some of your favorite food reviewers and also just keep your own list together. Similar to if you're sharing like a Spotify playlist with a friend or whatever. Same exact thing for places you like to eat around LA and other places as well. So we got that going for us. You can watch this on YouTube. I recommend you check out the YouTube right now. We're streaming live as we speak. And in a moment, we're going to give Johnny these 5 buzzwords for the high voltage food review. A lot of them coming through on the text line. Kev, I'll give you the first word. What is the one word that if Johnny says during his review of the Boiling Crab Prince Street Pizza collab slice, if he says it, we will shock him with the electricity?
It's got to be either salty or garlicky. One or the other.
He won't know garlic. I don't even think he knows what garlic is.
Let's go with
salt.
salty.
I think he'll probably know. So we're going to do salt. I'm going to say cheesy is the one I'm giving. On the text line right now, yum or yummy, which I feel like he will say a lot. Wet is one of the words that someone wants to say. And that's pretty good. So anytime he says good, he's a simple man with simple words. All right, let's bring him in here. High voltage review. All right, Johnny, you got what did you bring with you? A jar of barbecue sauce?
I brought a jar of Sweet Baby Ray's and some sriracha sauce.
Why did you bring that in?
Just to spice it up a little bit for it to taste good.
You don't need to do that. It's going to taste good.
Oh, I know, but...
Why would you bring other sauces? There's no need for that.
I like to have a little variety every time, right?
Shock them for doing that.
You know what I mean, Kevin?
I'm going to shock you for doing that.
No, wait. It's just good sauce.
Oh, Jesus.
Stop.
Johnny almost fell out of his chair.
I told you, that was hard,
Oh,
man.
really? All right, relax.
Jesus,
Just relax.
dude.
Oh, my God. Whoops, I had my finger on the...
Yeah, you got it on the extra big dog setting,
right,
man.
I'm going to move. That's for Rottweiler.
Yeah, I'm a Chihuahua, bro.
Hold on
It's
one
just
second.
shocking people at 9:30 on a Friday.
Jeez.
All right,
Great
it's Coachella Friday. Everyone's in a great mood now. We're going to try some of the food. Now, you saw how Kev Eats does it. This guy's a pro. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers, millions and millions of views. This is how a professional does it. Johnny, you're an amateur food reviewer, but you will be adding electricity to make your review that much more exciting.
Oh, yeah.
You got
Okay.
this. I have
All
faith
right,
in you. You
Johnny,
got it.
Thank you,
whenever
man.
you're ready, grab one of the slices. You're going to start with the crab one?
Oh, that's what's on this, huh? The red stuff?
Oh, boy.
I thought it was like big bacon.
No, you're on the wrong. I don't think that's the right one right there. Is
No.
that the crab one? Hold on, Kev. Which one has he got there?
I think he's got the shrimp one.
Yeah. Go to. Yeah, there we go, Johnny.
one?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
You have 1 minute to do a review. Here's your music,
gonna taste it,
and
too.
we have 5 buzzwords. Kev's going to taste it as well. He has no shot collar on him though. He gets to give an honest feedback. Some people would say it's a little early in the morning to have a seafood pizza collab, but not the case. It's pretty good, huh?
Very good.
Should we
Yeah.
cheers, Kevin? Should we touch tips really quick?
Let's touch chips,
Jesus,
baby.
Johnny.
There you go.
All right, ready?
Pull that clip. All right, whenever you're ready.
He won't.
For whenever you're ready, Johnny, for your review, it only starts when you start talking.
Okay, here we go. First bite in, and it's pretty good, actually. Ow! Stop! I'm still alive. All right. It's not as cheesy as I thought it was going to be. It's very doughy. Stop! I'm going to get barbecue all over her thingy. Okay. Very crispy. It's very hot too, actually. I like. That's pretty good. I like. Ow! Oh! Ow! My neck hurts. My neck hurts. Ow! Ow! Stop! Okay.
10 seconds, Johnny. Wrap it up strong.
Poor guy.
It's really. Oh, it's spicy too. It's really spicy. It's really hot, actually. I'm afraid to take another bite. I didn't even put sriracha on it or anything. This one hurts a lot.
4, 3, 2.
Very yummy. Very good.
Why do you just keep saying good, you dummy? Clearly, every time you said good, you've gotten shocked.
A shrimp. For those of you who can't see this, a shrimp just
Flew.
flew out of Johnny's mouth.
There's shrimp, crab, everything's on the. I don't know.
That's a jambalaya now here at KROQ. All right, well, Kev, how Kev Eats this year as a professional food reviewer.
gosh,
That's the end of Johnny's high voltage food review. As a professional reviewer, you're in a game with it's a very competitive space. How did Johnny do in his first official food review?
Considering he was gonna get shocked and he was that was imminent, he did fantastic.
Yeah, you did good, Johnny. Good job,
My
Johnny.
brother.
Good shit.
Johnny, how do you think you did?
Not as good as Kevin. Oh, stop!
You said
stop!
good. You said good again.
I didn't know that was
over.
Oh, it's
Poor
over.
guy.
It's over.
Oh.
Okay, it's over. Fair enough. All right, Johnny.
collar on. It's
Thank
still
you. He's still got the
going.
I feel so
collar.
bad, man.
Yeah, wait.
Hey,
One more time.
No.
I gotta find
Wait.
No, I'm not gonna
Wait.
do it again. Now I feel bad.
My
Now I
hands
feel
are
bad.
greasy. I can't do it.
Now I feel bad.
Get him.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
Johnny's free.
Some Johnny's free. Some of the food you can have at Coachella. How Kev Eats. Check out the Biter app, of course. We'll put the link up. And How Kev Eats, how.kev.eats. Instagram, TikTok. And thanks for stopping by K-Rock.
Thank you so
much. In a moment, Jake the Nerd will be in here to hop on the scale. And we'll give you your Coachella tickets in the next 5 minutes right here on KROQ. K-Rock, we are Klein Alley's show. Every morning around this time, give you a shot at $100 of Allie's money. She puts her money where her mouth is. Tomorrow she'll be battling children in pickleball. It's one dyke versus two tykes. And you've inspired so many songs, Allie, including Allie Knows the News theme songs like this.
She doesn't know pickles. She doesn't know balls. Let's find out if Allie knows the news at all. Gay.
All right, thank you. Great call and a great song. And Allie will battle someone on the phone right now for $100 of her money. 5 questions, all about things going on in the news. You don't have to be on the phone to play along. You're more than welcome to see how you would have done. And let's see if you know anything that's going on in the world. Allie, you're going to battle.
Who? Bring it on.
Let's go to Long Beach today. Haven't been there in a while. Hello, is this Julius?
Yes, Ulises.
Ulises, good morning and welcome to K-Rock. How are you?
Good, I'm good, I'm great.
Allie's got $100, but it could be your money, and all you have to do is answer these questions quickly, confidently, and accurately as Allie steps out of the K-Rock studios. You're more than welcome to watch this as it unfolds live on YouTube right now, or you can listen along, and here we go.
Allie Knows the News.
Ulises, question number 1. The Lakers have been purchased the majority stake in the team for how much money?
$10 billion.
$10 billion. Go to question number 2. This 70-year-old TV actor is expecting his 8th baby. He is a TV actor. He's probably been in movies as well, but he's known for TV. He is 70, and he's about to have his 8th baby.
Oh, shit. I mean, oh, man.
Can't say that word.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, man, I have no clue.
It's probably exactly how he responded when he found out that he was about to have his 8th baby. He probably said exactly what you just said, which we can't, unfortunately, say on the radio. But we go to question number 3. Lay's. Oh, God, I'm not happy about this, guys. Lay's Do Us a Flavor contest, which screwed me the first year they ever did it when I gave them chicken and waffles and they went with someone else's chicken and waffles flavor. Has a new winner in their Lay's Do Us a Flavor contest. Which chip has just won? Which flavor potato chip has just won the new Lay's Do Us a Flavor contest?
Man, was it the Valentina and lemon one?
All right, I'm going to write that down as we go to question number 4. A new study says that if you want to maximize the health benefits of drinking coffee, you have to order it like this. How must you order your coffee if you want all of the maximum health benefits?
Oh, man, maybe just plain? I don't know.
Plain?
Just
all right.
by itself, yeah.
And finally,
Like a bagel.
I just like my coffee plain. Thank you very much. And final question. This famous cheerleading squad just received a 400% pay increase after a huge debate about how much they were getting paid. Which famous cheerleading squad just received a 400% pay increase?
Oh, man, I'm clueless, man. I have nothing. I don't know nothing about cheerleaders.
I mean, there's probably I could think of, you know, I mean, obviously in my mind, I think Laker girls. Maybe that was part of the transition.
Oh, maybe the Dallas Cowboy girls.
All right, maybe write it down. Here we go. At least you gave us an answer. Let's bring Allie and we'll score it together. Allie is battling. I hope you win. Nothing makes us happier than giving money to people, especially because it's Allie's money and she gets all angry about it and calls us a bunch of assholes or whatever. Question number 1. Whenever you get mad at us and you lose your temper and you go, you are a bunch of stupid assholes.
Well, you are.
Look, you know it's your quote, not my quote. You're the one who said
That's
it.
the truth.
The Lakers.
You guys are stupid assholes.
There's the quote right there.
What she said.
Yeah. Question number 1. The Lakers sold for how much money?
$10 billion.
All right, he got that as well. $10 billion, the number that everyone knows today because that is damn impressive. Mm-hmm. That is correct. You both get the point. He's on the board. You're on the board. 1-1. We go to question number 2. This 70-year-old TV actor is expecting his 8th baby.
Oh, Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, wow. I only knew this one. Kelsey Grammer, baby number 8. Man.
Gross.
That is something, right? What's gross about it? The number of kids or the age?
I think the old sex.
Oh, the old sex is happening.
Yeah,
that
just
is
the
gross.
old sex. It's like, yeah, and then it's like, I made another baby.
Right. Go to question number 3. Allie's up by 1. Lay's, damn you Lay's, has a new winner for their Do Us a Flavor contest.
Yeah.
The same contest that screwed me many years ago. The question is, what is the winning flavor potato chip that will be available for purchase?
I think it was bacon grilled cheese.
Oh, my God. You got it exactly right.
Wow.
Bacon grilled cheese.
I wasn't sure if it was bacon cheeseburger.
Is the winning flavor, Allie. Another question correct. You really do know the news sometimes.
do.
And these are obviously the biggest stories in the world. We got a question number 4. New study says if you want to maximize the health benefits of drinking coffee, you have to order it like this.
Espresso?
Okay, that is incorrect. You know who got it right? Contestant on the phone who said plain, and what he meant to say was black.
Oh.
Plain, nothing added. Have it as it is.
That's
is
what I have my coffee every morning.
You should have known the answer. So now he is back
especially
on.
on Juneteenth.
Thank you. Can't believe you didn't get that right on Juneteenth, Allie. Jesus. Thanks, Jake.
Big problem.
For so many reasons, Jake made that comment, guys. Just remember, all your complaints go subject line Jake. All right, and we go to final question now. And hold on, if I'm adding up the numbers, Allie got 2. You're still down 1. Final question. Here we go. This famous cheerleading squad just received a 400% pay increase after a stiff back-and-forth negotiation that's been going on for a while.
Very stiff.
Rock hard negotiation.
The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
He said that as well. That is absolutely correct.
I think that brought them up to about $50K a year, that 400% increase.
Now they're about to get $50K a year to split among the team, which works out to about $1,000 a high kick, which is great. All right, well, listen, you put in a decent effort. Very nice to meet you. Unfortunately, you did not win, and what must you shamefully admit as Allie puts her money back in her pocket?
Man, my name is Elisa, and I'm from Long Beach, and that was the news, man. She's, I guess, smarter.
Nah, I guess.
Definitely doesn't mean I'm smarter.
Definitely does not mean that. Hey, but thanks for playing. And tomorrow morning, you'll have a chance for the $500 Friday. So set an alarm and alert, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on KROQ. Believes that we are being fleeced. All of us in Southern California are being fleeced by Big Air.
Yeah,
Big Air is trying to take our money.
What's happening is they are putting card readers and coin slot things on the air pumps, and they're saying, hey, everybody, pay $2.50 for 5 minutes, pay $1.50 for 4 minutes. And people just blindly scan their cards, they tap, they pump, and then they leave. And they don't realize that in the state of California, air is 100% free, and you never have to pay for it with purchase or not.
I was thinking about you yesterday because I saw a guy filling up rafts at the gas station using the air.
Great idea.
And he had a bunch of pool floaties, and he was over there. And I go, I wonder if that sucker paid, because Allie has been trying to shut down this. Who knows how many millions of dollars are being brought in by Big Air every year. We're sitting around paying because, you see a card reader, you want to turn on the air pump machine at the gas station. Maybe you got to pump up a tire, a lot of bike riding going on now. So at some point, you may have to use that thing.
Yeah, and 5 minutes. If you're filling up pool floaties and stuff, like I get you might need that time, but paying $2.50 for 5 minutes, it seems excessive.
So Allie decided to go undercover.
I went to a couple places.
And she decided to shut this down. And this is fascinating audio. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that the Inside Edition used to do, and they would look to see if you had semen on your hotel sheets with the black light. Remember that? They would do that every couple of weeks.
I'm like that lady.
Allie's like that lady now, except she doesn't have a black light.
So
it just shows up.
This is one place that I have not been before, but I noticed that they had a coin slot. All right, pulled up to an air station, and there's a coin slot saying it's $2.50 for 5 minutes.
Oh, just out of curiosity, what's your plan? Like, you're going to try to, you want to catch them? You want to confront them, like that thing they do on the news, like they knock on the door all angry?
And then they're putting the curtains down, like, oh, don't talk to me, I don't want to share
so
I'm scamming
your
people.
Big plan is to say, I know what you're doing is wrong. Air is free in California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh, he already can tell you're a Karen. Like he hears the hello, he's like, hi. He's already not happy. Go ahead.
How much is the air?
It's free. Just push the button.
Oh, Allie, God damn it! It backfired. It backfired on you so quickly.
Hold on a minute.
It's free. Just push the button. You unraveled so quickly.
No,
you were so ready to put him in his place. That's free.
I still did. Ah, okay. Why does it say a price on there when it's free?
Well, it belonged to a different company, so.
Got it.
But we just turn it on for free.
Okay, all right. You know, some of those other gas stations, I see like card readers on them. Do you think they put them there to just hope that people pay? Like without knowing? Because free air is free in the state of California, right?
I don't know about that.
He doesn't even know the law.
It's funny because he had such a great. It's not like usually you can tell the guy's being shady. The guy's not owning up to it.
He's
this
like,
guy,
no.
Every answer he's given seems legit.
Secrets.
Oh, yeah, the machine came from another company because I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they have these same air machines in other states where they do not give free air.
That's the point he was making.
So they probably make these machines, in Delaware, ship them all over the country.
Yeah, all right, I went to a different place too. Okay, because I went to the place where I was right down the street from my house, and they did add a card reader. Okay?
This is a recent addition.
Yes, this is where I went yesterday. All right, I am now at my local gas station where I used to get air with no issue until they added the card reader. I was told this was because of new owners. Let's see about that. Oh, there's a line. So there was a really long line of people I had to wait in to talk to the guy behind the register, but I eventually got there.
Worse for the people behind you in line now. Because
I was really hoping people weren't going to get behind me.
All they want to do is get their scratchers and call it a day.
I know, and there's a car wash there too, so everybody's trying to get their little yellow receipt for the car wash guy.
Have a nice day.
Hi, how are you? I'm not buying anything. I just had a question on the air.
That's what they love to hear. It's their favorite thing to hear right out of the gate. I'm not here to actually help you support your business.
We know.
We knew this.
You didn't have to say that, lady. It's written all over you.
I noticed there's a card reader now.
Where?
Oh, really? Because he's saying go ahead, and he's put it turning on the air. He's saying just go ahead, I'll turn on the air. I don't know why. There didn't used to be one there. Oh, okay. And he's saying, don't worry, I'll turn it on. Don't worry, I'll turn it on. He's just trying to shoo me out the door.
He's not putting up a fight, though.
Yeah, well, why is there one on there now and there wasn't before?
I have to put $3.
You have to put $3 in?
I turn on for you. Don't put money, nothing.
Yeah, because in state of California, it's free, right?
I know.
Yeah, so why did they add it?
Mine.
It's the owners?
I don't.
Oh, they're trying to get money from people? Yeah?
Be open for everybody.
Yeah. No, I know, but if they don't know that, they're going to pay and not know.
I tell to manager.
He's going to tell the manager.
Al, it's like you're trying to entrap this. It's entrapment right here, and the guy's not falling for it. No one is falling for your little thing. They're all going, I'll just turn it on for you. You're trying.
Yeah, no, but they're saying I'll turn it on for you because they want the problem to go away. I'm the problem.
Yeah, we know that.
Pull that clip.
No.
We're well aware you're the problem. No one's arguing that.
Yeah, but they don't want to draw attention to this. They think everyone's going to be like, oh, fine, all right, he's turning it on, problem solved. No, the reason is they've added the card reader hoping that people will pay money when they don't need to. Yeah, tell the manager. Okay, thank you. Yeah, he knows. He knows it's a scam. He knows it, and I know it. He's going to tell his manager.
Are you just talking to yourself? Is
Myself.
you having a conversation with yourself like I showed him?
Yeah. I think I did a lot of good for humanity there. Yeah. Now the air's on. You turned it on. Turned on
Jesus
the air.
Christ.
Now I actually don't need any air. Thanks.
Oh my God! What a disaster! This is. Listen, I guess you did something for humanity.
I did. He's going to tell his manager, and I'm going to make a difference. That card reader's going to be gone next time I go.
I highly doubt that.
Let's take a bet.
Oh, no, I'm okay.
Someone paid $6 at the gas station just to shut Allie up. It's worth it. KROQ. on this Thursday morning, and we have for you coming up tickets. It's KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. I actually have to go to page 2. We've given away all of these tickets, Allie, on page 1, so now we're on to page 2 of the KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout, which means today, if you just listen to this show, at 9 a.m., we'll have tickets for you to see 21 Pilots, and then again at 10, we send you to Dodger Stadium for MyChem. So those are the tickets we have in store for you today. And then just keep listening, because all day long, Offspring, Incubus, Blink, Pierce the Veil, Morrissey, if he shows up, Social D. Those could all be your tickets coming up today as well.
They have to put that parentheses after every show.
If he shows up. There's always an asterisk there. He could get chilly. We take a quick break. When we get back, your ADD news, we'll get into that. We have a brand new hour of the show in store for you. Things will get damn good, and we'll prove it to you next.
Good extra time. Naps, parking meters, massages. Bad extra time. Zoom calls, airports, and Q&As. Klein Alley Show extra time? You be the judge. We're live till 11 a.m. all summer long. KROQ.
.23andMe, maybe you've heard the big story. They've officially filed for bankruptcy after apparently having some data breaches. And if you've ever spit into a tube or swabbed the inside of your mouth and sent it to see what your DNA was, you perhaps now have your information available for sale for the highest bidder. And I know what you're thinking. Well, what are they going to do with it? They're going to learn a little bit about you. But now they can trace you to every single person that you've had any sort of relationship with. And for a while, it was all fun and games. What do I get my dad for Father's Day? I don't have a gift. He doesn't fish. Oh, I'll just get him a 23andMe test, and he can figure out that he's, part German and part Bulgarian or whatever, and then he's going to have a great party. And that was the way they sold it at the beginning is, you learn about your heritage. And then all of a sudden you get to embrace a whole side of you didn't even realize you had.
Well, yeah, and sometimes it brings old family members back together again, and sometimes it solves murders, because that's how they solved the Golden State Killer case.
Yeah, then that was the kind of the trend of the 23andMe is that people started learning. It was originally going to be all fun, like, I'm Italian, great, let's all come over and have meatballs and celebrate.
I am Italian.
And then it became
48%.
Murders were being solved, weird missing person cases were being solved, and then also people were learning some bad things like,
hey, my long lost brother is a murderer,
or even worse, this person that I was dating that I thought that it turns out our parents or our grandparents were related, which means that we are indirectly or kind of directly related, and so I'm in an incestuous relationship.
Yeah, or my family history is like, back in the day we were all slave owners on a plantation, and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to think about that part of my family history.
You want to learn good things. You don't want to find out about bad things.
Exactly.
And that's the gamble that was the 23andMe. So I want to hear the stories, the things you learned about that you were not expecting to find out. 800-520-1067. What was the biggest 23andMe mystery? That it all started by you just swabbing your mouth and sending it in the mail. We'll give away some tickets right now to see Ricky Gervais, the Hollywood Bowl, on May 31st for you sharing your stories with us. And go ahead, Taylor, we'll start with you.
Sweet divots.
Sweet divots to you. What did you learn about on 23andMe?
So originally my mom told me my dad died. So I went to do the ancestry to know who I am and my nationality. And my dad popped up on my ancestry.
Wait, how did she say your dad died?
Well, growing up, I already had a stepdad. And so I asked her when I was 23, who's my dad? And she's like, oh, he committed suicide when you were young.
Whoa.
And so I just went with that. And then when I did ancestry, I actually got matched with a whole family with a whole last name that I never even heard of. Reached out to my mom, and I was like, who the heck are these people? And they're like, oh, sorry, Taylor, I got the wrong guy.
So did you ever reach out to the new dad?
Yes. I reached out to new dad. He has 2 daughters. He lives in Vegas. I'm in Anaheim, so we're not that far apart. So it's been awesome. He's alive.
She wasn't trying to make you believe that your dad died. She thought it was a different guy that was your dad. Turns out she was wrong. It was a different guy who got her pregnant.
Yeah, so she was seeing basically two guys when she was younger. Didn't think the other guy was my dad, but that's not how it works with, like, genetics, because I look like the guy who passed away.
So how do you know that maybe there weren't more than two guys?
There could have been. She didn't tell me about this guy who was my dad.
I know, so there could be more.
That's good, Allie. Let's put more thoughts in this poor girl's
I have
head.
siblings now. I got cousins now. It's awesome.
And they're all in Vegas, so you got Vegas hookups, which is the best.
Yeah, I love it. I see them like twice a year now. It's been awesome.
Adrian, what is the mystery that you learned about by doing the 23andMe test? What's up?
Well, it's not a 23andMe. Good morning. It's not a 23andMe, but what happened, I have a old co-worker, and he and his two siblings went and got tested to see if they were a donor match for a kidney transplant for their older sister. Long story short, they found out that they all had different dads.
That seems to be the biggest story, huh?
Yeah,
I thought my dad was my dad.
Right. It's always the dads for some reason. That's the problem. I mean, Omar, is living proof because not only did his actual biological dad desert him when he was only 2 years old, but then his new dad had a whole secret family.
Right.
So it seems like dads are great at keeping secrets.
Now it seems like a horrible Father's Day present.
Yeah. It's
Here's all your secrets.
Yeah, if you're a dad, you get a 23andMe for Father's Day. You should just flush it down the toilet.
Thank you, daughter of mine. I'll definitely send this spit tube.
Aaron, what is the mystery that you uncovered because of the 23andMe? A story you won't be able to tell pretty soon now that the company's filed for bankruptcy. What's up?
All right. Well, okay, so I'm white. My husband is black. And through 23andMe, we discovered that we actually have a cousin in common.
So does that make you second cousins?
No, we're not related to each other, but it turns out that this cousin of his, that we always knew was his cousin, was mixed, and she never knew her father, and so she went and did all the 23andMe and Ancestry and stuff, and found her dad. And then a few years later, my husband's son and I all did 23andMe because we thought it would be fun. And so this cousin, like when we were looking at relatives in common between my son and this cousin of my husband, several of my relatives came up, and we realized that she was actually half Ashkenazi Jew. Like, I'm related to her through her father, and he's related to her through her mother. So
would you rather not have known any of this?
Of course. You don't want to find out the guy you're married to. You guys have a cousin in common, because even though technically she's made the argument we're not related, it's close enough.
It was pretty wild, and
having sex with cousins is wild.
Allie knows. Allie slept with her cousin, and also
I didn't need 23andMe to sanction that.
I don't know if you're watching White Lotus these days, but incest is all the rage. It's trending in a big way. So you're a trendsetter, Aaron. Congratulations.
It's trending in a big way.
Incest is back, baby.
2025 is the year of incest, everybody. Get it!
All right, pull that clip. Renee, go ahead. You're on KROQ. What's up?
Hi, guys. I did the 23andMe because I was adopted, and my husband gave it to me. It turns out that I have a half-sister that is 2 months and 1 week younger than me, and a half-brother who's a mayor in BC, a half-brother that committed suicide. But the kicker is, when my biological dad got my mother pregnant, he dumped her, and then she called Homeland Security or whatever it was back then. He ended up marrying a 14-year-old, and that's how my younger sister is to be. He got deported back to Canada, but she's back in the United States now.
Whoa.
That is
Child bride.
Jerry. These stories are so wild.
Stuff.
If you think about this, once again, the idea, if you remember the original commercials, it was all just like, it was like a guy who took the test, and then he realized he was French, and he went out and bought a beret, and he ate a baguette, and he's like, hey, I can finally live my true life.
I know, those commercials are not accurate.
Yeah, you're not seeing the commercial it should have been, which is this woman discovers she's got a 14-year-old mother or something, whatever that story was.
Yes, my father was someone I
Christ.
didn't know and got a 14-year-old girl pregnant.
Oh, man. Allie, every single line here, it's like all... I wonder if anyone learned a good thing. I mean, I guess that first woman we talked to that found out she had relatives in Vegas and her dad's not actually dead, that's, I guess, a good story.
I think the best thing that can come out from it is like, my great-great-grandfather was on the Mayflower.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Stuff like that, like they were a part of history.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not getting a lot of that. Luna, maybe this is a good story. Luna, do you have a good story you learned from 23andMe?
Yeah, well, we learned about it through my cousin, and he got in touch with a half-sibling. He told his who is about my brother's age. My brother is like 35, and at that time, she was maybe like 27. So ended up happening. He told his dad. Dad's like, "Oh well, you can't like tell anybody because it's going to like ruin the family." My cousin ended up telling my brother. My brother ended up doing a 23andMe test. Everything exploded to he was cheating throughout his entire marriage for 36 years.
Oh my God, 36 years of infidelity. You got to. The show can begin, and I'm so excited about this, and this is why Omar is the best in the biz, Allie, because as we've talked about, tomorrow, in about 24 hours, the pickleball prodigy known as Allie Johnson, who's played pickleball for a total of 5 minutes in her life, will be battling two 11-year-olds. They are twins. They are not conjoined. They are separate, and it will be the battle known as...
One dyke.
I've been smoking weed more years than you've been alive.
Two types.
What you have a lesbian that can see by a couple of kids in alley?
Pickleball.
Can't believe it's happening. It will be the event of the summer. Move over NBA Finals. We have one dyke versus two tykes happening. Santa Monica. Details posted up on our socials. Klein Alley Show. Open to the public if you'd like to come by and watch Allie get beaten. The last time we got an event that I was this excited about, it was when Allie battled one-armed Gary.
That was exciting.
It was exciting because it went to a third and final tiebreaker pool round because you scratched when your butt accidentally hit the 8 ball or something, knocked it in.
I still won.
Yeah. And it was a huge moment, and you won the $1,000. That was the $1,000 one hand pool tournament. And now the two it has to rhyme or we can't do it. But the one dyke, two tykes. Will Allie be able to beat two 11-year-olds in a game of pickleball? I cannot wait. It's happening tomorrow in Santa Monica. It's going to be great. Let's get to
my
your
first practice today.
Let's get to your news now. I'm going to already predict right, and I will take all bet. I will bet. I don't even know if these kids are any good. I know that they just randomly called the show because their dad listens. I will bet whoever wants to take my money, I will bet on the kids over Allie.
I'll take that bet.
Great. Any amount of money. And
No, I want to bet the same as you.
Oh, you want to bet on the kids as well?
Yes.
Smart bet.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
The Dodgers have managed to win games and also lose fans this week. It's tough to do, but given the lack of response to the ice raids that are going on in their city, the city that loves them, it has been awkward to say the least. And now after enough backlash and enough people pledging to boycott the Dodgers, they've decided now we've got some plans to help immigrants.
Oh, I hear what they have a clip here of what they had to say.
Oh, great. No. We want to keep it English. We want to keep it family-friendly, America-friendly.
Whoa. Wow. Aggressive statement.
All right.
From the Dodgers.
That woman seems racist, but she's not because I was just talking about what they were saying. Okay.
Dodgers, unlike our business here at KROQ, is a very successful, very lucrative business. So I understand why they're so afraid of upsetting, sponsors or anything.
A lot to lose.
A lot to lose. But on the flip side,
they have a lot to lose, like their fan base.
They didn't have any problem making tons and tons of money. I mean, tons of money. Because of so many of the people that are being affected by what is happening here. And I'm talking about
Or just celebrating the culture like when Fernando died.
Exactly.
That is a big part of it too, Jake. But I'm talking about, think of all of the money that they have accepted because of merchandise sales, people that have worked, done anything, even around the stadium, let alone in the stadium, over the many, many years that are being affected now on a very personal level. And for them
to turn your back on
for them to not stand up
silence
and just
means a lot.
And silence says so much more. Sometimes silence says more than saying something anti. If they had been pro-ice, it would have almost been worse than the silence.
Yeah, because they've realized, oh crap, who's buying our jerseys? Oh crap. Over 40% of our fan base is Latino. And then they had this whole...
That number's off by 60%, I feel like.
That was the stat that I read, but I imagine it's probably way more than that. And then they had the whole thing with Nessa, who they invited her on Saturday night to sing the national anthem. It was when she was hired, understood that she was going to sing it in Spanish or in like a Spanglish, like a mix.
You know what we're doing on tomorrow to make up for that? Guess who's singing the national anthem at your pickleball event?
I can't
Nessa?
wait.
Nah, me.
Yeah, that's right.
Our own Nessa.
We got our own Nessa. Vanessa.
We've got our...
And Vanessa will be singing the national anthem in Spanish at Allie's pickleball event. Vanessa, study up.
Give us a taste.
It's your time to shine.
I don't know it.
You don't know
You don't
you
know,
get time to learn.
you don't know
Right.
the English or Spanish?
There you
That's all I
go.
know. I only know the melody.
Well, you have.
Man, I don't know Spanish.
You have
Yeah, Spanish?
24 hours now to figure it out because you will be singing the national anthem before the pickleball event in Spanish. And we stand behind you and we give you full permission to do it. And in fact, we're forcing you to do it.
I know.
We're being aggressively
right.
supportive.
So get ready.
The Dodgers have since released a statement saying in part that there were no hard feelings between them and between Nessa and that the team would be happy to have her back. And they have announced not a fledged out plan of how they're going to assist immigrants, but they announced that they're going to announce a plan.
Oh, man. I have a plan for a plan.
We have a plan, and we're going to announce it.
Yeah.
That's the plan. All right, let's move on to Juneteenth celebrations. I know we're focused on eating tacos right now for good reasons, but if you could turn your attention to barbecue for a minute, because you can eat a lot of it today, and I support the most famous barbecue event in LA. It's the annual Juneteenth barbecue in Leimert Park. It starts at 11, and this was likely the first Juneteenth celebration that ever took place in LA back in 1949, and this started as a family barbecue. And imagine how good your barbecue has to be that enough people said, hey, not only let's do this again, I brought one friend, next year I'm bringing 3, next year I'm bringing 5, until it becomes its own legacy and its own thing. So that's taking place today. And then I didn't know this, apparently there are Pride celebrations. So they're also combining Pride and Juneteenth, and holidays are like collabing with each other.
Hold on. Who's they?
God, are you serious?
Yeah,
they?
last night there was a Pride-teenth event.
And can I ask you a question? Is Pride-teenth about...
It's black queer community.
All right. Just making sure. I thought
anything to say about
I thought
that,
you were
or-
trying to crowbar yourself into another... we'll take that. We'll take Christmas.
Actually, the weirdest thing I read about was that the La Brea Tar Pits are offering free admission today for Juneteenth. And I was like, what?
Aren't they always? Isn't it
What is
always
that
free to
about?
go there?
Also, like, why the Tar Pits?
Well,
Isn't
because
that
I
kind
think
of
it's because a lot of
strange?
things are closed today, so they're trying to get people out to enjoy some of the
Tar Pits?
some of the beautiful whatever crap we have in Southern California. I mean, I don't know. I thought the tar pits are free all the time.
I thought so too. I thought you just walk by and go, oh, look, an elephant.
Yeah.
And then walk by. And then finally, this is big news in the true crime world. Yesterday, Karen Reed was found not guilty of killing her boyfriend. The verdict happened yesterday afternoon after a very, very long retrial. And if you watch the first trial, that was covered in the Karen Reed documentary on HBO. And it has everything. I mean, an angry Karen who seems like a Karen. She was dating a police officer, and then he got run over and was left to die out in the snow. And then there was the evidence tampering. And was she drunk? Did she hit him? There was so much evidence. And she's walking away free. But she was drunk driving, which she admitted to.
We get into a brand new hour of the show right now here on KROQ. It is Thursday morning. Your Prequend is here. Thanks for spending some of it with us. And here we go.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Hell yeah. Back at it again. It's 8 o'clock just after KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Thank you for spending some of your morning with us.
831 said, my company is celebrating Juneteenth today by not only making us come to work, but they're having a taco party.
Hey, whatever we can do. Let's just go ahead and combine it all together. We should be having a taco party. We're going to figure out a way to bring a bunch of tacos to the big pickleball event happening tomorrow as we are continuing our quest. Keep in mind, you know, Juneteenth is a celebration of freedom, really, if you think about it. And the argument has been made. Someone much smarter than me said that nobody is free until we are all free. And right now, with what is going on, it feels that as much as we've made progress in certain areas of our lives, in our history, there's other areas that it seems like we're having, unfortunately, degressing or regressing, whatever the right word is. So clearly, let's remember each other and let's do our part in one of the ways we are celebrating, or at least trying to help some of the many businesses that are struggling with what's been happening these past few weeks in LA, is telling you go out, buy a taco. We're going to get the official tally count. Apparently, we made a lot of progress yesterday.
Speaking of regression, and I think Klein regressed our whole cause yesterday by eating a crunchy taco.
God, I can't believe the amount of heat I got.
Where were you? Were you at a Del Taco?
No, I went to a place called Henry's Taco. Nice guy. He's been there forever. Henry's Tacos. It's one little stand, cash-only operation.
Henry? Oh, yeah, that Mexican name.
Yeah,
Henry.
he is. He's Mexican, and his wife is Mexican, and they work together at the stand. And
What's her name, Greta?
No, her name is
Louise?
Allison. No, it's not. No, it's not her name. It's not her name.
This is the whitest name you can think of is my name.
I was trying to go with a clearly white name.
I mean, it works.
And they do two styles. They do one hard shell, but he makes the hard shells. It's a whole good operation. It's a great place.
Dude, if you go down to Mexico, I don't think you can find that kind of taco that you were eating, man. Mexican tacos don't include that cheese
you can
and lettuce.
find them at resorts.
I'm supporting. Oh, shut up! I'm supporting the cause. I've had so many soft shell tacos. I decided, let me change it up. I should have not even posted the video. I took so much heat all day yesterday. Someone said deport him. I said I ate one hard shell taco. People said deport him. I mean, it's unbelievable.
But you know what? You don't have to plead your case to me because I love a crunchy taco. You know this.
I know.
My name's Allison.
I know. You're the Allison there. I get it. So anyway, our taco count is pretty incredible. And congratulations, 909, who said, I ate my wife's taco last night. Does that count? You better believe it does. Add it to the tally. We'll give you the official tally coming up in moments. It's very exciting. There's a guy who works in radio at a very high level who is attempting to get our show fired. Has been for a while. Does not like this show. And has told everyone that controls anything that we should not be on the air. And we've got something to share about that with you next on KROQ. KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. If you need us, lots of ways to get involved. 800-520-1067 to join the show. Win stuff from us, including KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. That's all coming up. There's quite a few messages on the GOAT line, and I would like to play one that is a pro for us, and then I will share with you a story about a man who has pretty much made it his mission since starting to work for this company to get us fired. And he would like nothing more than for us to get fired, so much so that he posted a job opening for this job on his personal Facebook.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that.
So if you want to talk about, and this is a guy that originally was, brought on to, quote, work with this show, to help this show grow, and behind the scenes was telling everyone he could tell that we should be fired and they should find someone that would be more suitable
I think
and more
he said
talented.
specifically, Kevin Klein is not the guy.
Not the guy. That was his quote. Klein is not the guy.
He's not the
Said
guy.
it many times. Now, that all being said, he released an
We
interesting...
even had to interview hosts.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty bad. But
we had to do mock shows, remember?
Yeah.
that was the
Awful
worst.
That was?
That was the worst. That was the...
We had
to
to
be
interview
honest,
people to replace us and do shows with them.
that was probably the saddest in this
Moment.
entire... And I've been fired. I got fired before Christmas one time.
That was
I
dehumanizing.
got fired on the first day of a job one time.
Remember we had a countdown till you're fired?
Yeah, that was a pretty sad one, too.
Oh, yeah.
When we first met Jake, he's like, I talked to the guy. He said you're going to be out of here in 30...
6 months.
60 days.
Oh,
6
my
months.
God.
Was it 60 days or 6 months?
I forget.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, let me play some positivity. Then we'll get to this guy that's been trying to fire us, because he has just released an article about what makes a good morning show versus a bad morning show. And he's pretty much taken all of the things we do on a regular basis as his examples of what makes a bad morning show.
And he calls it Steve's Pet Peeves.
Yeah,
Volume 4.
We're his pet peeves. So I got to share this with you because it's wild. Now, Omar's going to go nuts. But first, let me play this.
Yeah, I hate this
Hey,
guy.
Sweet Dibbits. I'm just calling. I just listened to the Showtime podcast. I'm an everyday listener that listens live while you guys are on there. So I've been really affected by the new summertime hours. But after listening to the Showtime podcast, it made me realize that, I just appreciate that you guys are even on the air and realizing that this affects you way more than affects me in any way. Like, you guys are working longer hours, still there at the same time, not getting paid anymore. And
that's true.
I just want to say that every day that you guys are on air, it actually makes my morning better. Yay. But I'm no longer
That's what Vanessa's thinking right now. No, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. We hear what you're saying, and it means a lot.
But yeah, I'm no longer going to hate on the summertime hours. I'm happy you guys got some recent good ratings, and yeah, just appreciation message. Thank you. Love the show. Bye.
I appreciate you. See, that's a real person. That's who I care about. I don't really care about these, quote, radio professionals that claim that they know a thing or two about how to do good radio. Most of these guys, to be honest, are people that at some point attempted to do radio and were not good at it. They failed, and they lost their job. And
Or they had a little bit of success, and then we're like, okay, let me move away into teaching.
Well, they wanted to get the money, and they didn't want to, constantly have the fear of getting fired every day like we do. But this guy specifically really was very two-faced, and he tried to backstab us and also attempted to, once again, as we said, force us to hire our own replacements, which is like an humiliating and embarrassing thing.
Yeah,
and the meetings with this guy were just unbearable because he would, spend 15 minutes of the meeting just commenting on what we were wearing.
Oh, didn't you
What
piss
the
him off
hell?
really bad one time?
Well, Omar, he didn't like Omar because every time he said our show should be more like Wheel of Fortune, and Omar said, why don't you come up with a more topical reference?
Well, he was
than
like,
that?
why are we trying to be like Wheel of Fortune?
Right, which is interesting because...
And then he was like, how dare you?
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune's a classic, which is so interesting, Omar, because I'm going to skip to number, let me see here, on his number 9 on his pet peeves list
I'm
is...
sure it would be his pet peeve that we're not going through these in order.
No, he would hate that.
Oh, yeah.
And number 9 on his pet peeve list is if you're a show that does things where you play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or Price is Right music when playing a game, those are dated and predictable. Let's challenge ourselves to update stuff like that. Now, it's funny because his biggest frame of reference is Wheel of Fortune.
I know.
So it's interesting.
Right.
He would constantly contradict himself about things that we should be doing or not doing. He's like, if you play a game on the air, don't play a stopwatch because it makes the listeners too stressed out when they hear a ticking clock. And then he's like, here's an example of a good show and what they do. And I was like, that example has a ticking clock. He goes, well, yes, that is true,
Right.
but that's for dramatic
So that's the
effect.
thing
I'm
is
like, what
that
are you talking about?
He made a name by being like, here are the rules. radio.
right.
You know what I mean? But this is all subjective, and everybody breaks the rules, and it's good to break the rules sometimes. By the
number
way,
one.
Prime Day Price is Right is coming up.
Prime Day
at
Price
some
is
point.
Right. We should get to that. Everyone loves it. All right, here we go. This is his number one pet peeve. Using words like upchuck or throwing up or eating poop or projectile vomiting. This is what I call stop listening words. Instead of saying, hold on, I gotta
What a
read
catchy.
instead of saying I was up all night barfing.
These are definitely called stop reading emails.
Why don't you try to say something like, I was sick to my stomach?
Oh.
The audience will know exactly what you're saying, and you're not using cringe words that will force your audience to immediately turn away because you're being too graphic.
Oh my God. I would get massive amounts of diarrhea. That's creative.
That's that's Allie.
It's descriptive as well.
Allie violating pet peeve number one.
Okay.
Pet peeve number two. When a break starts with unexplained laughter, listeners feel left out when they aren't in on the fun that you're having in the studio.
Oh, my God.
Now, we oftentimes will continue BSing with each other off the air, and then occasionally we forget we're supposed to be on
Some
the
of
air.
the best stuff happens off the air.
Most of the best stuff. And then we turn the mics on and we're in the middle of it, and then we try to let you know what's going on, or you don't know what's going on. Regardless, I could not disagree with that statement more.
And
He's
it's interesting
wrong,
because I think he feels left out.
Yes, that's the thing. He's a guy
No,
that's
I'm on the side on this one.
Shut up, Jake. Get out. Pet peeve number 3. This one hits us hard, and this is where I feel like now he's going personal. When something suggestive is said, like it's 69 degrees right now, and the rest of the show devolves into laughter, like a bad version of Beavis and Butthead. Totally unacceptable.
And what a dated reference.
What a great...
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Like Beavis and Butthead.
Man, I'd kill for it to be 60. I was all bummed out yesterday because our taco count was almost at 1,069 tacos.
We were mad that Jake he went right past the 169 on the scale.
On the scale, when Jake lost all that weight, he was almost at 169. That we would have devolved so quickly into laughter, but we couldn't devolve because he went to 168 and a half.
I know.
Ruined the
Dick.
joke. Here we go. Any show that teases stuff and doesn't get to it at the time that they're supposed to get to it.
Oh, man. Well, you do this every day.
And that's because I have a ton of... Don't side with... Don't side.
Actually, this one is actually a problem. And this is something that we discussed this
It gets confusing like within the show as well.
We're supposed to be at a break right now, guys. And
We
we're
don't
running
know
late.
what's going on most of the time.
All right, so give him a point. He gets
All right,
1 point.
Yeah, so we discussed this in the meeting this week.
All right, and there, by the way, there's a lot more here, but any games that need more than a few sentences to set up on the air, we do a lot of convoluted crap on the show.
Sometimes they are convoluted, yeah.
Yes, that's probably
I
another
agree with him, yeah, okay. That's a point for Steve.
Another point,
Unfortunately.
Steve. His pet peeves are on this one. And talent, I'm going to skip to 10 now. I'm going very out of order here.
A lot of them are
too many of them are on the nose for me.
Okay, I got it.
Any show that works on Juneteenth, that's a day that we should be celebrating by being home with our family and not in doing a live show.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's on us.
Okay.
No, he didn't write that. Talent who forget that every day you have new listeners who don't know who you are. I'm a new listener tuning in, and I have no idea who you are. I recently checked out a show that I don't work with. Both co-hosts were male.
Hey.
That's not you, Alan. Okay. I left after 90 minutes not knowing who was who. Help me. So anyway, just in case, this would be a good time for us to remind you who we are.
It's funny, too, because he also listed he gets irked when you actually berate the caller for not knowing the answer to the
that's right.
question.
That was a big one. It's so funny because how often do we get some dummy that calls to play a game with us?
Are you a moron?
Yeah, we're like, what's wrong with you, stupid idiot? And
He
apparently,
says it's not a great look.
Yeah. He goes, these people took the effort to try to call and listen to your show, and then you're making fun of them?
Yeah, be empathetic in those moments.
No
the
way.
fans are contributing to content.
So we have failed. So let's try this out live in real time. Let's see. Hey, David, good morning. You're on KROQ.
No, come on, idiot!
Jesus, David, come on. You're ruining the show.
I'm sorry.
No, it's too late. You ruined it.
Ladies and gentlemen, no down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands on a KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows, including Turnstile at Exposition Park October 4th. Lord at the Kia Forum October 18th.
Never be royal. You'll never see on screen.
Bleachers at Great Park Live October 25th.
I wanna get better.
Kia Forum, October 9th.
But I fumbled and when it came down to the wire, I bet you wish it could be easy to change my mind.
Back with the Pacific Symphony at the OC Fair, July 30th.
I'm a loser, baby. The devil's haircut in my mind.
And more. A different show every hour on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Courtesy of Golden Voice.
Hey, this is Beck. Keep it on KROQ to win.
Hi, I'm Allie Johnson, and this is my Playboy Playmate Amateur Audition. I am 5'5", I'm 22, I'm a 32B in a good bra and a 32D in a drugstore bra. I know that there's another Allie Johnson who wants to be a Playboy Playmate, and I know that because when I search on the YouTube, she comes up before my name, which makes sense because she's really buoyant. I hate it when people say, Allie, you're really shallow, or Allie, your butt is too big for your species. This is my boyfriend, Devin. We met 3 weeks ago. He is a full-time ice cream operating engineer. He works full-time out of his own van, and he has just been such an entrepreneur, and he totally believes in me. I like bikini weightlifting. That's always fun, especially in the bedroom. I like just hanging with the boys, and I don't even ever mind that they make me stand outside with no bra on. I like filthy, dirty change on me because I think there's something a little too perfect about being clean. I'm really excited about possibly being a Playboy Playmate because I think it's really empowering for women to have their name associated with a month.
show yesterday. Never know when you answer the phones who you're going to talk to. Yesterday was a guy that was racing to get to his wife because her water had broke, and he had no kids as of yesterday, 0. And then the water broke. We said, call us back. If we could give birth on the air, that'd be fantastic for all parties involved. And on the phone right now, this is Victor, who we met yesterday. Good morning, Victor.
Hey, good morning.
Congratulations, I think.
Thank you.
Did the baby get born?
She did. She came out at 11:44 p.m.
11:44 p.m.
Nice.
Wow, incredible. Snuck her in. Didn't have to share that birthday with Juneteenth. Smart. Let me ask you this serious question, though. Did you get to your wife in time, or was she mad when you arrived?
No, she wasn't mad. She was just trying to relax. She beat me to the hospital, so yeah.
I would hope so. That she beat you to the hospital.
So you met her at the hospital. 2 cars.
Did she drive herself, or did somebody drive her to the hospital?
Yes.
Oh, he's in the hospital right now. These hospitals have the worst reception for phones.
And the nurses come in
constantly
at the beginning. They're like, "Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, how you doing, Mom? We're going to show you how to do a bath."
Well, you're a dad now. You must be sleep deprived. Did you sleep at all or no?
Well, I got an hour of sleep.
Nice.
Oh, well, you can't tell.
Yeah. Your energy is off the charts. Victor, in all seriousness, congratulations. You're a dad now. It's very exciting. You kind of got screwed out of Father's Day there. You missed that by just a second, but okay. Hey, what did you name your child?
Lucia.
Nice. And did your wife do drugs or no drugs?
She ended up getting the epidural at the end, yes.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah, you can't feel your whole body from the waist down. It's awesome.
I took so many drugs when my wife was giving birth.
You're not supposed to take drugs.
Well, I did take a bunch. Lorazepams, a lot of them.
My wife slept through pretty much the whole thing.
Man. Well, Victor, congrats to you and your wife. How's she doing? Good?
She's good. She's just about to try to use the restroom.
She's going to try to use the restroom? Yikes. It's not fun.
Yeah. Well, once you have that epidural, you can't feel anything. And then they're like, go pee. And you're like, I can't feel anything. It's really hard. They won't let you leave until you pee. It's a lot of pressure.
She go natural, I assume? She went natural?
Yes, natural.
Oh, nice.
I thought you don't want that as the man.
Well, no, it's not good for him, but it's good for her. All right. Well, anyway, Victor, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling back. I appreciate it. That's Victor.
Glad that didn't get weird.
He just had a baby. Hey, we're trying to celebrate. That guy just had a baby. That was great.
A new listener was born today, Klein.
Well, he didn't say he was going to be the kid was going to be a listener.
Well,
or not.
she better be.
Hold on. Are you going to let your baby listen to the show?
Oh, hell yes.
Okay. And Allie was wondering if she could play your kid in pickleball tomorrow. Is that possible?
No.
Okay. Allie's like, I'll smoke.
Just spiking a stroller.
I'll smoke that 2-day-old child. Allie's got her big battle happening tomorrow, Santa Monica. It's very exciting if you have not been paying attention. But Allie has played pickleball one time. She thinks she's a prodigy, and tomorrow she will prove that against 2 children.
One day.
Been smoking weed more years than you've been alive.
2 types.
What you call a lesbian that gets beat by a couple of kids in alley?
Pickleball.
That's happening tomorrow. Details on our socials at Klein Alley Show. 1 dyke versus 2 tykes. 1 game of pickleball. It's going to be very exciting, and you're all invited to come and join us in Santa Monica tomorrow at noon.
My kid believes in me.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I asked him if he thinks I have what it takes.
Well, of course, you'd think he'd be team kid. Kids will root for kids, usually against adults.
Yeah, but he also loves his mommy more than anything. He says I'm his best friend every day.
Oh, so sad. For him,
I do
mostly.
ask him every day.
I know. Please, you're so thirsty, Allie. Jesus. All right, let me hear what he's...
Do you think mommy's good at pickleball? Yes. Yeah? Do you think I could beat a kid?
No.
Sounds like he has no confidence in you. That kid's on the right side of history, man.
Oh.
All right, I like it.
You think I would beat 2 kids? Beat, yeah. I would win if I was playing against them.
Oh, I didn't do beat.
You think I would beat them?
No, I can beat them.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, Allie's going to
Just
try
like his
to
mommy.
bring in a ringer. Oh, he's got a shot at least.
Yeah, exactly.
When we get back, little man versus machine, Beach. Does humanity stand a chance against the AI robot takeover? We'll figure it out next on KROQ. All right, the robot takeover is imminent. We can all accept that right now. We salute you, our new overlords, the robots. It all starts with the AI, which is getting apparently better by the day. And everyone says if you don't learn AI now, you will be replaced by AI. We try to prove that humanity still has a chance. And that is why we started doing some man versus machine on the show to see if us regular humans with regular human level of intelligence can come up with better answers than the AI. And we use a combination of different AI. We've used Meta AI for these, Chat GPT. Everyone's got their AIs now. There's some good ones out there. And we're all about summer because apparently more people are now using AI to help plan, facilitate, and keep track of anything they plan on doing this summer than ever before. Summer travel, it's like up, it doesn't matter what category of life we're dealing with. Everyone's going to the AI.
Well, and if you have summer goals, you can just tell ChatGPT, and I mean, mine is named Barb, but your ChatGPT, whatever identity you give her, she can help you with your goals.
Did you ever upgrade Barb?
I have not upgraded her yet, no, because I'm paring down the use to
God, you're so cheap, man.
It's really
it's
unbelievable.
It's like $20, right?
$20 a month.
Oh, yeah. Allie's not going to pay that. So here we go. Let's go humans.
Barb's not worth that.
First question. We will give human Jake a chance to answer. And let's say you want to look good at the beach and at the pool, but you don't actually want to work out. What is the best way to look like you are in shape without actually getting in shape? Because, let's be honest, it's officially pool and beach season now. So, Jake, I know you lost a ton of weight because of Lasara.
Yep.
But what is a regular person going to do if they catch themselves in the mirror and go, man, this does not look good? But
A regular person can go to lasara.com.
Okay, that's a good.
Promo code Jake10.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure
it.
that's what the AI is going to say.
That would be amazing.
Also,
what else could they do?
I think no matter what shape you are, you always look better if you're tan.
Ah, interesting.
So being tan helps, and then if that still doesn't work, draw on some abs with like a Sharpie.
Oh, Sharpie abs.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Great answer. Let's find out.
I know that airbrushing the abs is in. I know that.
Yeah, where you like grease them up so that it looks like you even got one.
Let's see if the robot agrees or disagrees. What is the best way to look like you're in better beach shape than you actually are in?
The best way to look more in shape without actually getting in shape would be to get a tan or spray tan.
Whoa.
This will instantly make you look leaner.
Wow, Jake. Jake and the robot agree.
And trick the eye. But stop being so lazy, Klein, and just lift a kettlebell once in a while.
Right.
No, I'm going to do what Jake said.
It really is getting to know you.
Yeah, it really is. I don't know why it has to customize all these to me and start shaming me because I don't want to lift a kettlebell. I'm going to go with Jake and someone just paint me up. Let's go.
Dude,
That's
I didn't
pretty-
realize it is like scientifically proven to slim you.
Well,
If we can find somebody to give you a fake tan, would you do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
man.
Happily.
Somebody please call in.
Yeah, but I'm a professional. I don't want a guy that does like cars is going to come and spray paint.
How do you tell them what you want? Like you pick a celebrity?
You pick a shade on like a chart.
I'm gonna tell him,
I
give
want
me-
you a Trump orange is what I want.
No. I'm going to go full on Denzel. Full Denzel. Because apparently, according to the technology, the darker, the slimmer you look, right? Black is slimming. So why don't I just go full?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure we could find someone darker.
Not
then.
today. We won't do it today. We'll save it for tomorrow or something. We can't do it today, obviously. Let's say hi to, all right, the next question now. This is going to go to Vanessa. I know we all have our summer bucket list here, but a lot of people are using AI to figure out what should be their goals for the summer because people have a hard time coming up with any decisions themselves. So, Vanessa, answering on behalf of the humans, what is one goal? If you're just going to pick one goal, what is one goal or one thing you should try to do for yourself over the next few months?
Okay, for the humans, so it feels like summer. The one goal you should do is go to the beach once a week for the whole summer.
That's so much.
Touch the water.
Hatch the water.
Touch the water.
Oh, touch the water. All right. Well, the robot's never going to say touch the water because that's how they rust. That's like their enemy. But let's find out if the robot agrees or gives us a better answer. What is one thing that anyone could do or should do this summer?
Build one habit. That's it. One habit. Not 10 goals. Not a personality transplant. Just one thing that, if you did it consistently, would actually move your life forward. Or threesomes are fun. So just go with that.
Okay, interesting. So either just pick one habit, stick with it, let it change your life forever, or have a threesome.
Yeah. Get on that, Vanessa.
A lot of people get on that. He didn't say touch the water.
Yeah, don't touch the water.
Next question will go to DJ Omar Khan.
Okay.
This at some point this summer, if you do listen to Vanessa and decide to go to the beach, everyone knows that parking at a beach is always a nightmare. Never good, never goes well. So we asked ChatGPT, AI technology, what is one tip you can give us so we don't have to deal with chaos if we want to go to the beach as it pertains to parking? Specifically parking, some people have parking hacks. Some people have ones they've used that they won't even tell anyone else. They go, I got a great spot. No one knows about it. It's one of those spots that people think is illegal, but it's not illegal. It's always open. I take it. And when you have one of those, your life is golden. But what we asked ChatGPT, what is the one tip you can give for parking at a beach this summer, and what do you think is a better answer as a human?
So my beach of choice whenever I go, I have a couple of beaches. I like Newport, I like Laguna, and...
fancy beach. Oh, come on.
They are fancy, man. I like the little walking areas and the restaurants around there. But there are these restaurants that you could park in, and they have the little like honor systems. Like, hey, you have to hop on your app and type in this code and pay through the app. I have parked at these parking lots all day, lugged my gear across the street, set up on the beach, and never had to pay for parking.
Dude, I do think those apps are BS. And they think because
checking.
there's an app, everyone feels like it's so official. And I don't think anybody is, I think they just are like, oh, cool, there's money in this wallet today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right, so you say find a place that has a digital pay-by system and just don't pay.
Just don't pay. Just park there. Nobody's checking.
That's what human
I love
Omar
that
says.
lug of shame.
This is
like lugging that big cooler in the wagon and everything.
This is, well, the best is when you park at a place where it's like, this parking is for only going to this restaurant, not for the beach.
And you're like, I'm going to a restaurant in your board shorts and a surfboard.
Lugging so much stuff out of your car. Don't worry, I'll get the calamari ready. Here is what the ChatGPT AI says.
Here's the no BS guide to beach parking like a pro, especially if you're in LA or any high traffic coast. Go early. Before 9 a.m., you'll snag prime spots, especially on weekends, or arrive after 4 p.m. when day trippers leave and meters may stop charging, but always avoid peak hours. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. is hell. Don't bother unless you like circling in frustration, and that's the real reason we go to the beach.
Well, the robot has figured it out. The real reason we go is to circle around in frustration.
Yeah, don't go to the beach when you want to go to the beach.
So it's saying you have to be there before.
That's prime hours, 11 to 3.
Before 9 or after 4?
I will say the last time I went to the beach, we got there, I think, at 9:30, and it was awesome.
It's funny because the last time I went was actually after 4 because it took us way longer to get there than I thought.
And you feel like you've won. You're
And
like, hi!
Everyone was leaving, and it
gonna
did
stretch out.
It actually was decent. So I will say, in this particular case, Omar, your tip is good, but I think Robot gets the point.
Damn it.
Final question, Allie, as someone who sunburns easily.
Oh, yeah.
You'll probably get a sunburn at some point this summer.
Already have.
And even though dark makes you look slimmer, red does not. So the question is, what is the first thing you should do when you get terribly sunburned? We asked the robot.
First of all, I would disagree with you that red is not slimming, because it is.
Definitely not.
It makes you look like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, you're puffy.
Yeah, we saw you.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up. All right. A sunburn is really a base tan in disguise, all right? Yeah, it is red, and it's bad for your skin, but eventually it will turn into a little reddish brown shade, and that means you start layering on top of it. So I would say do nothing. Just let it be and give it a little slap and say, aha, I'm having a good summer.
All right. Do not think the robot will agree. Let's find out. Here we go.
Sunburn means dehydration. Pound water and electrolytes to help your skin heal and prevent fatigue or heat illness.
Point robot on that one.
Slap a that burn.
Nope. So humans, once again, we do not stand a chance. Robot has taken over, and now they're giving better advice than we are by far. Quick break, back with your news, and then the second that is done, we have tickets for you. It's KROQ's Summer Ticket Blowout. Right out of the gate, I think it's 21 Pilots. First pair of tickets we have for you. Then we'll send you to Dodger Stadium for My Chem. It's all happening this morning as we are live and interactive now on the world famous KROQ.
KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
The world famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Good morning, Mr. Flips. Your license to thrill has been shaken, not stirred in an...
of those away this week. It's part of KROQ's summer ticket blowout. You'll have another chance in about 5 minutes to get tickets. This time it's 21 Pilots, and then in about an hour we get you into Dodger Stadium for MyChem. That show's coming up very soon, so get ready to win those tickets as we take care of all of your must-attend shows all summer long here at KROQ. Tomorrow, of course, Allie will be playing children in pickleball, one dyke versus two tykes. Happening
Sounds bad when you say it like
Santa Monica. She will be beating children.
Oh.
At least she wants to beat children. Let me clarify. Allie would like to beat children in Santa Monica tomorrow at noon.
Kick their ass.
High noon, and get ready for that. If you'd like to stop by, take a early summer lunch or whatever, meet us at noon. We will be at a place called Pickle Pop. Details up on our socials at Klein Alley Show. And we'll get to all of that coming up later this morning. The official tally for how many tacos we have consumed. It's our quest to eat 10K for LA tacos to support all the people and all of the many taco trucks, taco stands that are having hard times right now with everything going on with the ice raids. We will give you the official tally as to where we're at coming up as well in about 5 minutes here after your news, which starts right now.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
If you're going to pick a career that will make you a lot of money, most people wouldn't go with cheerleader. It is a thankless job. It is a low-paying job, but they have brought joy to millions of people. And it is a good day for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, which I would argue are the most famous cheerleaders. And
No, they're not.
I would think so.
No. The LA Sparks.
The Lady Lakers?
The Lady Lakers.
Are you talking about the team or the cheerleaders?
The team. Talking about the team. Clearly.
It's not okay.
The Laker girls are more famous than the
Oh, I don't
Dallas.
think so.
What?
I think it's a toss-up.
Paula Abdul. I mean, they had legends that were Laker girls.
And one more.
I couldn't name one Dallas Cowboy cheerleader
Yeah, I
that
shouldn't have to.
went on to anything, to be honest.
That's how you know they're good, is you don't know who they
Dude,
are.
what about the Fly Girls from In Living Color?
They're not
they're not
they're
cheerleaders.
not really cheerleaders, dude. I mean, it's
I'm
not a
still
sports
Jenny
team.
from the block.
Right,
I got
great.
little, now I
Jesus,
got
Allie. Allie looks like one of those puppets, a marionette. Can't even dance.
All right. Well, the point is they're a famous cheerleading group. And there's
I mean, they're iconic. They're like up there with like the Hooters girls.
Do the Laker girls have their own spread on Netflix? Because the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders do. America's Sweethearts.
I've seen it. I know there's a new season starting.
Right. So I would argue that makes them, if they're worthy of that over the Laker girls, that would make them the most well-known and most famous cheerleaders.
Laker girls could have a show easily. They could.
All right. Well, you make it happen. So in 2019, so they just got a huge raise, a 400% raise. In 2019, they were making $200 a game. If you're thinking about how many games per season, around 16, that's just a few $1,000s.
No, only home games, too. They weren't traveling with the team.
Oh, that's true. You're right. So it was not enough to live on, to say the least. Then there was a lawsuit that bumped their pay from $200 a game to $400 a game. And then there were also some cheerleaders that got paid like $2.7 million because the public relations chief was filming them in the dressing room.
Oh, God.
Which is crappy that they have to deal with that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
like
that
just
sucks.
weird pervs within the organization. And the Cowboys, I think, are still the most lucrative team. Like they make the most money.
They're quote America's team, but I don't like them.
No, I know, but that's the point. Is like they don't make enough to live on, and this team makes a ton of money.
Yeah, but also that used to never be a job. That was like you would do that as a side hustle or like a fun hobby.
Even learning the combinations, and then you're out on a football field a lot of times in the freezing cold in a tiny ass skirt and hard ass nipples, and you have to sit there and then wait for the right moment to run out in the field and then have a smile on your face.
No one has to. You're saying they have to do it.
They have to have sex with all the players.
They don't have to. They actually are not allowed to do that even. They choose to do that, and they look at it like it's a fun thing to do.
I'm sure it is a fun thing for them. It doesn't mean they shouldn't earn a living doing that. If you're on national television, I feel like you should make more than just, a couple of $1,000s.
You know what I always tell
for the whole
people?
season.
Listen, we all complain about this low-paying job here at KROQ, and I always say, look, the reality is it's fun to work at KROQ because it's KROQ, and you never know which rock star is going to walk through the halls. And then you walk by a McDonald's that's hiring, and you go, wow, that manager at McDonald's is making more than people that work on this show. Mm-hmm. And that sucks. But also you look at it and you go, yeah, but you don't get the same life experience, the same, backstage at Jimmy Kimmel waiting for Green Day to go out. I mean, there's I don't think people are doing the Dallas Cowboys cheerleading job because they think it's going to be their their future.
I'm not
I
saying
think
they're doing that, but it's also like an organization that is making billions of dollars, and they're using the Cowboy cheerleaders to make money.
Sure.
Why wouldn't you share the wealth? They're the ones actually doing it.
I don't disagree that I think that it is a crazy mismanagement of wealth that happens at many massive organizations, but I also think that a lot, at least it used to be the cheerleaders thing, if you got picked to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, that was exciting enough. It wasn't about the paycheck.
So what are you saying?
That I think
that they should just be happy with the fact that they got a job?
I am saying that
Let's fill them all and give them $2 million.
When you choose to go into any job you choose to go into, you weigh the pros and the cons of what it's going to pay and if it's going to be a fun job. I have a lot of friends that make a ton of money and they're miserable, but they don't care about that because they like the money. Mm-hmm. I like this job because it's a fun job most days, but I wish it paid better. But still, the Cowboy cheerleader girls, that used to be the thing that it was like, the money was secondary.
It was a side job.
Now it's become, shouldn't this be a livable wage?
Yeah, well, they've gotten 400% raise, so 400% of $400 is, who knows?
Well, they couldn't do the math to figure that out, unfortunately.
And neither can we.
Right.
All right, here's an interesting stat. Old people are falling more than ever, apparently. They have crunched the numbers and figured out that old people falls have risen more than 70%. And I don't know why this is, but if you want to test this for yourself, there's a thing called the sitting rising test that you can take. And if you can do the sitting rising test with no assistance, it means that you will live a longer life. So what you do
at any age you can do this test?
Yeah,
or you have to be over?
We can do it right now. This is just a determining factor in whether or not you're going to live a longer life and how mobile you're going to be.
Oh, check the YouTube stream right now if you want to watch Allie fall over.
No, I will not fall over. So here's what you do.
Tell me the sitting rising test. Everybody do this, especially if you're driving right now. This is how you can tell if you're going to live a long life.
You can't do it while you're driving.
Oh, you can't? Oh, don't do it while you're driving.
So I'm going to clear some space here, and then I am going to sit down on my own, and then I'm going to get up on my own.
All right. You're a big girl now.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go.
I'm very proud of you.
I'm going to try crisscross applesauce method.
Oh, okay.
Can
You're
you
going
do
to go
this?
cross legs to stand. Oh, boy. What was that? If you're just joining us, you're not watching a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. I just want to point that out. This is Allie attempting to. She's crisscrossed, and now she's sitting on the floor, and now she is attempting to stand up on her own free will, and she has done it. And what did that prove?
That I'm going to live forever.
That you're not 3?
No, like if you can't do that, you wouldn't be able to do that.
I don't even know what you just did.
I did crisscross applesauce from standing with no hands.
And then you went down and then you got back
up. No
up.
hands? You can't use hands?
Well, you can, but if you fall over, then that's bad. You can maybe use some assistance with your hand, but it's even better if you can use no hands.
And then that proves that you're going to live longer than what?
Yeah, because I'm mobile and I'm able-bodied and I'm probably not going to die from a random slip and fall, or I'm going to be just like my body is going to be in better shape as I get older.
Klein definitely can't do that.
You can't do that. Try to do what I just did.
I'll do it on the court tomorrow.
You can't.
I'll do it on the pickleball court.
Just do it now, you bitch.
After the national anthem.
Allie, I will attempt to do what you just did. I still don't really know what it is, but you're saying that
You just sit.
Right, I got
You
it.
just say crisscross applesauce
right.
and you pop up.
I'm going to sit and pop and lock.
All right.
Yeah, do it.
All right, watch us live stream.
If I fall over,
You are definitely going to fall.
so I cross my legs.
Yep,
as-
and then
as
sit
so.
down. You can't do it.
Sit down how?
Oh, my God.
You look like a disabled
You're
Jesus.
so awkward.
You can't sit down first?
Yeah, Allie, what's the sitting down part? Can I start down?
Okay. You're supposed to. There you go. There you go. And now
down.
get up.
With no assistance.
Ideally, no arms.
No arms.
Get up. That's. Hey, there you go. You did it.
And let
With
me
a
just-
big grimace on your face.
Let me say
There you
something.
go.
I don't like this trick at all. This parlor trick. This is like the impossible sit-up where you get someone to sit up into your butt and lick it. I know this trick. I'm not doing it. All right?
Oh, yeah, someone just licked your butt.
Damn it, I knew it. All right, well, and finally...
And finally, it's hard to tell the difference between a gunshot and a firework, but it's even rougher when SpaceX's launch and then a big giant fireball emerges before it even takes off. And that's what just happened in their latest launch. The SpaceX spaceship exploded while it was on the launch pad. So that seems like a regression, but they're still supposed to have this all together by the end of the decade. They're supposed to be putting people in this and putting it on the moon. And if you've watched that Titan submersible documentary, documentary, you know, about what it's like to have one egotistical person trying to make something happen, and it's just not working, and they're just going to be like, all right, let's cut some corners and put some people in here and see what happens.
Well, get ready for that. We get into a brand new hour of the show now.
Get ready for that.
Very exciting hour of the show. The very first thing we do is give you tickets to see 21 Pilots at BMO on the 25th of October. If you'd like to win those tickets, call us now, 800-520-1067. Here we go.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, man, my legs are sore. Doing that little trick right there.
You did it. I didn't think you'd be able to do it.
I didn't think I would be able to do it either. But hey, look at that.
You're going to be sore tomorrow.
Guess I'm sore. Very sore. I'm winded too, actually. What does that say? Yeah, not good.
It's still good that you did it.
It's KROQ with Klein Alley Show. Welcome to your pre-quen. It's just after 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get you some tickets. KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout can officially begin. And you get to go see 21 Pilots. In an hour, we send you to see My Chem at Dodger Stadium. And also this hour on the show, we will get someone into Wild Rivers. We got a cabana for you, plus $100 food and beverage credit. And we got tiny towels we got to hook you up with. Because as much as Vanessa does not want to give out these tiny towels with her face all over them, the reality is we've got a lot of tiny towels now. And we will be bringing some with us tomorrow. Allie's official pickleball event, one dyke versus two tykes.
We're going to get towel girls.
So get ready. Oh, yeah, someone said Klein should be the cheerleader tomorrow since Allie's playing.
Cool.
But no, I don't know if I'll be able to walk.
Wear a tube top.
I got to rest my legs after that little thing we just did. I wanted to quickly just let everyone know.
Boo leader.
If you have been joining us in our quest in the 10K for LA, our way of giving back. I read an interesting article yesterday. Eater LA said that so many of these businesses, small taco stands, mom and pop taco operations that pop up all over Southern California, have been struggling so badly that a lot of them, the parents are in hiding now, and they have their children that were born in America running, trying to even keep the operation afloat right now. And it's happening all over the place. And our way of trying to solve, or at least do a little thing to help move the needle in the right direction for humanity, was to say, let's encourage our listeners and pledge ourselves to eat as many tacos as we can over these next few days to help support some of these many businesses that are popping up and having trouble staying afloat. And we've had a lot of people letting us know what they've been doing. Manny, go ahead. You're on KROQ. Good morning.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Sweet Divots.
Sweet Divots. What is your official count up to?
Right now, we're at 10 tacos, but we're trying to do 5 a day until we get to that goal.
Hey, nice. I appreciate you. 5 a day. People pledging how many tacos they will continue to eat, and they're going to different places, checking out some local spots, driving to some places they've never been to before, or just doing the random impulsive pop-in, which I did yesterday, and everyone gave me a hard time because it was a hard shell taco. But regardless, I still add another one. We have the number to be unveiled right now, Allie. It is an incredibly impressive number. We were at, after one day, we were at like just over 1,000 tacos consumed. After 2 days of doing this, this is very exciting. Our current number, and if you're watching on the live stream now, get ready for this. We have just reached, and I don't know if this includes what Manny just pledged, but we are now over 4,000 tacos consumed by our listeners. I believe the number is 4,018 tacos. Is that the number right now, Vanessa? I know you've been adding them up.
Yeah, that's the number.
4,018 tacos consumed. Did that include my crunchy one from yesterday or no?
Minus one there. No, that doesn't include it.
Unbelievable.
I do feel like it was a Mexican establishment.
Of course it is. Everyone knows.
It's called Henry's.
Everyone, Henry's been around forever.
People were saying Henry's is a legend.
Legit. Everyone knows that guy's up there early, simmering that beef.
I think Vanessa got points
it's soy
for getting
rizo.
the most.
I had a soy rizo hard shell taco.
Oh my God,
I'm just
that's
kidding.
even
I'm
worse.
just kidding. It was not.
Oh my God.
It was not soy
Vanessa,
rizo.
I think, got the most expensive tacos in LA.
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh my God, yeah. I was like, wait, aren't tacos like $2? And then he's like, I don't know.
That's some story. What a story.
That's Vanessa. Check it out.
Vanessa, I'm gonna buy
really easily.
I'm gonna buy the film rights for that story and turn it into a movie. Get ready.
The new Netflix show.
Everyone, do your job and eat some tacos, and let's do our part. It's our way of standing up. You can see all about it up on our socials. It's 10K for LA. Please tag us appropriately so we can keep it going. We're almost halfway there, which is incredible after 2 days of doing this.
It seems like people love this challenge.
Yeah, and some people that say, you know what, I rediscovered my love of tacos. It's been too long. Let's say hi to caller 20. Puts us in Monterey Park. Good morning. Is this Jeremy?
Hey, yes it is.
You're going to go see 21 Pilots, BMO, all right?
That's what's up. Shout out Net Bangers.
Hey, Net Bangers, if you are watching us on YouTube now, good for you. You can still win stuff. All you got to do is be listening on KROQ, watching along on YouTube, calling at the right time, and consider the tickets as good as yours. Lots to get to this hour. We will meet the neighbors as we celebrate L.A. and Southern California next. I forgot, summer hours. We got another 2 hours of show still to do. Plenty of time. Live today, doing the show and giving you stuff. And we got some of these tickets for you to go to Wild Rivers coming up. Quickly, though, I did want to play some of these messages, and hopefully this can be the end of the debate. Earlier this week, you guys gave me such a hard time. I mean, you give me a hard time for everything, but specifically for when I referred to shrimp as a treat. And then Jake went into the streets to ask random people if they thought shrimp was a treat. And it is fired up the goat line. There's hundreds of messages. We don't have time to listen to all of them, Allie.
This is like the topic that won't die.
It's just like that stupid gold dress, yellow dress crap or whatever that was. But, you know, the idea is, do you consider shrimp a treat? And the people that feel it is are very passionate. The people that feel it's not are equally passionate. They go, what the hell are you talking about?
We learned that you're in a shrimp house. Your whole family
That's
loves
right.
shrimp.
Shrimpy, 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 shrimpy.
So that's just when I got out of the shower, she says that. So here is I just want to play a combination of some of these calls because this, I think, can finally put this thing to bed once and for all, and we never have to speak of it again. And I'm already sick of it, to be completely honest, but here we go. Just 3 quick messages.
Hi, guys. Sweet knockers. So this message is probably only for Klein and maybe Jake, but I do consider shrimp to be a treat, but I think Klein would probably like to know why. So when I was a kid, one of my parents' favorite restaurants to take us to was Hooters, and I know.
Great parents. Right to Hooters for the family feast.
I love it. Whose
We
idea
would go
was
with their
that?
whole friend group, all of my friends, and I always looked forward to it. Unfortunately, I'm straight, so it wasn't because of that. Sorry, Allie. I would always look forward to it because they had this really good, probably 1 billion calorie, like buttered shrimp plate, and I thought it was like the best treat ever.
Best treat ever. She referred to it as the best treat ever. Buttered shrimp, 1 billion calories at
Buttered
Hooters.
shrimp at Hooters is your treat. You need to look at yourself.
Don't judge our listeners.
I'd always get so excited when we were going there because shrimp was a treat. And so, yeah, that's my story. Sweet knockers, guys. Thanks. Love the show.
Thank you for that nice call.
It's
so there's
funny
one.
that her story was about sweet knockers.
Now, this guy wanted to let us know that he actually looked up the definition of treat, Allie, and you will be shocked.
According to the Merriam-Webster, the official website, and the official definition of a treat is
shrimp.
No.
That's right there in the
It
dictionary.
just has a picture of a shrimp next to
No,
it.
he actually has listen, this guy went so far as to go online and Google what is the definition of treat. Because
Go so far as to spend 3 seconds Googling something.
Hey, whatever. The reality is this guy's at least, he's trying to fight the good fight for shrimp lovers.
And so, yeah, that's my story.
All right, hold on. I got to get back to that guy. Hold on. Sorry. Here we go. This is the shrimp guy.
Merriam-Webster, the official website, and the official definition of a treat is subjective. And a treat is an especially unexpected source of joy, delight, or amusement. For example, seeing her again was a treat. Eating this dish was a treat. So as much as I hate saying this, Klein is right. God damn it.
Shrimpy.
Shrimpy, shrimpy, shrimpy.
Miriam.
Okay, Lexus. We did it.
All right, so that's another guy who said, according to the dictionary, based on the definition, which is eating something that you thoroughly enjoy is a treat.
Yeah, but you can't listen to Merriam-Webster's BS. You got to go Cambridge. Cambridge is the one that says it's usually something sweet. Usually
Whatever.
something sweet.
Then there's this woman.
We did it. I wanted to weigh in on the shrimp treat debate. I know I'm a couple days old. Podcast.
It's all right.
listener.
It's still relevant for some
I know.
reason.
I know. We're shocked we're still talking about it, too.
So my dad, for his Father's Day this last weekend, wanted to cook me shrimp on his Father's Day. Actually, he made my boyfriend cook it, but still, he made the rub and was super proud of his shrimp on a skewer. So I agree with Klein.
Yep.
And I do decide that shrimp is a treat.
There you have it.
Jesus,
That's it.
I
So
don't know what's going on.
we can go ahead and
anymore.
close the book on the shrimp
The
as a
world
treat
is
debate
upside
once
down.
and for all. We don't need to spend any more time on it. Thank you for everyone who understands that what I said was
Now let's
not
keep it going.
stupid.
Hello, my name's Forrest Gump. I heard a lot of talk about shrimp on your little radio show,
Okay.
and I just want to say that shrimp was intended by Bubba Gump Shrimp to be a treat.
Oh, okay.
My son, little Forrest, he sure don't fall no far from the tree neither.
Right,
Since
well-
he took over my shrimping business.
Okay, thank
But anyway, I just wanted to call and say shrimp is a treat.
Thank you, Forrest.
Anyway, I love the show.
Oh, good to know. Okay, so there you have it. Now, an official,
All right, now I am on board.
finally. That's a shrimp
I
and
can't
expert
argue
right
with
there.
Forrest, the real Forrest Gump.
Got to take a quick break. When we get back, oh yeah, the show gets good for you because tiny towels, which you can bring with you to Wild Rivers, Cabana, food and beverage credit. Think of all the shrimp you could buy with $100. We'll make that happen for you. All coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, KROQ. No down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands. On a KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows, including My Chemical Romance at Dodger Stadium July 27th. Linkin Park at Into It Dome September 13th.
Let you cut me open just to watch me bend. This is what you want.
Kia Forum August 29th.
With 1,000 lies in a good day's stripes, I got a bad habit.
Incubus at the Intuit Dome October 4th. Blink-182 at Acrisure Arena October 5th. And more. A different show every hour on a KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. Courtesy of Live Nation.
Win tickets all this week on the World Famous KROQ.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. It's National Cheeseburger Day, and we've got the new and improved, or potentially new and disproved Diddy burger, which is how he liked to have his cheeseburgers, covered in applesauce. Jake the Nerd loves a good cheeseburger. Is that your favorite food, Jake? Cheeseburger when you're eating?
It's one of them. I think probably pizza is my favorite.
Yeah.
You also love a hush puppy.
Oh, I love hush puppies.
Big fan of hush puppy. And he loves
they're
anything,
hard to find,
anything
though.
with corn. He's a big fan of all things with corn.
Anything that's difficult to get.
I like bread.
If you're at a restaurant and you're only serving Asian cuisine, Jake better believe he's going to ask for pepperoni because he likes to make it difficult. But you do like a burger so much so that when you go on dates, sometimes you will pre-order a burger, leave it in the trunk of your car, just in case the date goes bad. At the very least, you have a consolation trunk
did that
burger.
one time.
One is plenty.
The fact that you pre-ordered a burger, left it in your trunk, and then immediately went to it after your date says enough, right?
The fact that you've done it at all.
Well, it was one time.
Yeah, but
and it was still good.
But you're the inventor of the trunk burger.
Well, thank you.
So, not since the trunk burger has there been such controversy, and now there's the Diddy burger with and this guy did it all the time. Apparently, it's the only way Diddy ate a cheeseburger. If there was a cheeseburger nearby and someone didn't have applesauce, they were getting fired.
I've had a lot of weird things on a cheeseburger, and applesauce, I could already, in my head, I don't think it's going to taste good.
Yeah, well, even Andrew Zimmern, he was asked about it at the airport, and he said he'd had apples, like apple slices on a burger, and with that crunch, it was good, but
Right.
applesauce is a no.
Right. It seems the consistency would all be off. But we're going to find out together with a high voltage food review. I've got the words here, 5 words in front of me. If you say any of these words, you're going to get a shock of electricity. Jake is currently wearing the dog shock collar around his neck. If you're not watching us on YouTube, please join us there right now. You can find us on KROQ's YouTube where we are live. And Jake, let me give you a test shock to see if you even feel it. Once again, you'll get 60 seconds to do a full review of the Diddy cheeseburger in honor of Cheeseburger Day, which is today.
In honor of, don't say Diddy.
And in honor of Diddy. Great guy.
Is there a question? Is there pickles, ketchup? What's on this cheeseburger?
It is, I think it looks like ketchup, cheese, and it's hard to tell if there's mayo on it because Vanessa just completely slathered this thing with applesauce. I thought it was going to be like just like a bite. I was going to like dip it or something, and it's just completely covered.
She used an entire one of those pouches,
And applesauce.
like one of those little pouches a kid would.
One of those Go-Go's or something?
So like you can't even save the burger afterwards. You can't just eat half and then.
I love that you're mad that you can't save the
I was going to
burger.
put it in my trunk.
You're going to put it
I was going to be the second trunk burger.
There's also more applesauce on the side if you need to dip it to get the
I'm
full
going to
effect.
guess I don't need that.
And I know that was your snack today, Vanessa, the Go-Go pouch. So thank you for sharing it with us for this.
Thanks for sharing your staff.
Sorry,
We'll
if
get
you're
you
gonna-
an otter pop.
Sorry if you're going to be cranky later. Okay, so here's a practice shock. Okay, it works?
Yes, it works.
Okay, great. That was a practice shock, the shock collar. Whenever we're ready, we've got the high voltage intro, and then we can officially kick off.
You want me to
the-
bite it now while the intro plays?
No,
Like-
let the intro play, and then your
You
time
can't
can start.
wait, can you?
Jeez, she's so hungry,
My
this guy. All right, welcome to the High Voltage Food Review. Jake the Nerd is going to now review the Diddy cheeseburger whenever you're ready.
This music.
He's taking taking 3 bites at once. Incredible.
How are people only complaining about Molly on this show?
We do so
We're
much
doing
more
this.
stuff. Go ahead, Jake.
Oddly, you can't really taste it. You would think that the applesauce would like cut more, but it really doesn't make a difference of the burger at all. I just taste like the cheese and the ketchup more than anything else.
Well, pour more applesauce on it so you
No,
can get
we gave you a side, a little extra Diddy on the side for you. Oil that thing up. Give it a taste.
It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Ow! But it could be a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
You would think in your head it'd be terrible, and it's very edible.
What about the consistency of the burger?
Of the burger?
Yeah.
Normal consistency. Stop trying to get me to say a word. Normal burger consistency.
Okay.
But it is exactly how you would think it would taste, except not as...
Well, we don't know how we think it would taste because we've never tasted it.
Yeah, you have to describe it. This review is lackluster.
Jesus.
You know, it tastes like a normal burger with a slight hint of applesauce. You can barely taste it.
You're just describing what we're looking at.
It's not delicious. It's not very tangy. It's not really anything. It's a bad topping on a burger.
What is the opposite of bad?
Not good. And ow! I didn't even say anything.
That was a mistake. That was a boredom shot.
But I am disappointed that this whole burger is slathered in it because now I can't eat the rest because I only have like one meal a day and half of it's ruined now because I ate this junk.
I like it that you think this meal was ruined because of the applesauce, not the fact you're wearing a shot collar while eating. Right, that's interesting.
Well, this has been a very easy one because I only got shocked like 3 times. So that's been a minute, right?
Did it taste cooked well or overcooked?
It was made fine.
Really? Because I think Vanessa maybe screwed up a little bit when she reheated
you think
it.
she burned it?
All right.
On a scale of 1 to burned, how burned is it?
It's 2.
All
Do
right.
what?
There's Jake's high voltage food review.
Thank you.
That was my mistake. That was a slip of the thumb.
I
there you
love
have
that just Jake's only meal. He has one meal a day now.
Yeah.
One like big meal, and a whole burger would be like a decent meal, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then it'll make me a small snack at night.
A little dry, would you say, or?
No, it's not. Not dry.
God damn it. You took it off.
You took off the shot collar. All right, well, there you go. A lackluster review of the Diddy applesauce burger. Talk 310 just letting us know. I pledged 2 tacos, guys. 2 more tacos as we are continuing to go 10K for LA. Eat them up. Get more for friends. We just had someone that's pledged $100 to buy us tacos. So this is very exciting now. Please continue to eat the tacos and help support LA. On the flip side of things, Johnny was sent out yesterday into the streets with a mission. Now, he asked us, we had a big show meeting earlier this week, and Johnny said, I'd like to be a guy you go to for some more street audio. Then why do you always go to Jake? What about me, Johnny? So we said, Johnny, there is a feud that's happening right now in the streets of Los Angeles between dueling Trader Joe's that are on opposite sides of the street in Sherman Oaks on Riverside. And Johnny goes, I know those ones because the one that's been there, the little tiny one, that's my home Trader Joe's.
Couldn't have been more convenient
He
for
goes,
Johnny. So
"This
he
is
was
great."
he was about it.
So we said, here's what we want you to do. We want you to go find the people that are at the old Trader Joe's and ask them why they've chosen to stay with that really old one as opposed to that brand new, beautiful one right across the street. Video's gone viral because a woman posted the fact that there's 2 of them across the street. They're both going to stay open. And for some reason, I don't know why this is taken off like fire, but everyone cannot understand why they have an old Trader Joe's across the street from a brand new one.
And I think it's just very telling that Trader Joe's has reached Starbucks status.
So Johnny came back with this audio instead.
Bring all the flowers inside. And maybe one stage.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure where he put the microphone, but we couldn't really hear a lot of what
Sneaking my phone into a Trader Joe's.
Now we know why you ask me all the time.
And now we know why Jake is the guy that we picked to go get audio, because we can actually hear the people he talks to.
I was trying to be discreet and hide it under my keys when I was like going to tap
Under
to
your
pay.
keys?
Yeah,
The
because I
loudest
was like,
thing that you have?
What's going to make sure that they can't hear anything for the radio? I mean, at some point you go so undercover, it makes the whole thing useless.
And you know what? If you have your phone and you're rolling audio on your phone, you just click the screen and nobody knows if you're recording anything. You can just put your phone right there.
my phone does this thing where it's like raised to wake, so like if I move it up, it'll show like I'm recording, and I didn't want the lady to see I was recording.
Bring all the flowers inside. Maybe one stage.
Do you think this sounded good after you got it back and listened to it before you brought it to us this morning? Or?
When I sat back in the car and I listened to it, I was like, oh man, I fumbled.
But I'm glad that you came in this morning and said, all right, I got what you need.
I got what you need.
It's in the system.
I got it.
So here, we do have some stuff you can hear, and it sounds like Johnny didn't understand the assignment, shocker. And instead of asking shoppers why they were choosing to stay loyal to the old Trader Joe's as opposed to crossing the street to the beautiful new Trader Joe's, he decided to ask the workers questions.
$2.79.
Have you guys,
no bag, right?
No bag. No bag. Have you guys just getting people all week asking you about next door and stuff?
Yeah.
Is it annoying?
Not next door.
It's not next door, but
It is next door, kind of.
It's across the street. But once again, I can't even hear what he's. You understand?
There's so much dooting.
This assignment was for radio. You understand that?
The new Trader Joe's is so loud too. I underestimated the
This
music.
is the old one.
Why does it have to be undercover at all?
Yeah. By the way, Johnny, this audio I'm playing is not from the new Trader Joe's. This is you in the old one.
Or the old one, yeah. One of them was like really, really loud.
Oh, I'll play the other one too. They're both very loud. I can't
They're like
hear.
crazy loud.
You're-
It's like turn it down, bro.
No, it's you.
No,
it's not.
Oh my God, Johnny!
I would have sent Jake out for the same assignment today, and
I
then
would love that.
And then tomorrow,
I want it.
yeah, and then tomorrow we'll realize. Jake, you want to do that?
No.
Yeah, Jake, you're going to Trader Joe's, dueling Trader Joe's.
Everybody about our store too.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a loyalist. I ain't going nowhere. This is the one I grew up
Well,
in.
we're
Well, I'll translate because you can't hear what he's saying. But he's saying to
He's
the
saying.
he's saying that to the new. Don't worry, old Trader Joe's. I know that everyone thinks that you're not cool anymore because there's a brand new one across the street. I will be a loyalist and I will stay at this Trader Joe's. That's what he claims.
Okay.
And then we share you this audio. Now this is Johnny going across the street now, entering the new Trader Joe's.
Oh my God! It's the louder dooting.
I told you it was louder.
So
You guys
much-
have new machines too.
yeah.
No way.
Everything's new.
The one across the street doesn't have that, huh?
So Johnny is trying to now.
When are you going to ask the question that Klein told you to ask?
He doesn't ever get to it.
But you're also starting by asking the wrong people. This is not. You're not supposed to ask the workers. You're supposed to ask people.
Yeah, I thought the workers would give me more zest, or I'd get a little bit more juicy stuff from them.
But you thought this was zest?
A little bit. I mean, it was as zesty as it could get for a Trader Joe's guy.
No, it's not.
Don't blame the Trader Joe's.
Yeah, it's a little different.
You like this one better than that one?
I do.
Zest.
She was nice. Elizabeth was nice.
But
That's what we need. Just nice.
But But Johnny, do you understand what this? Like yesterday, we talked about this, right? We spent a lot of time thinking about the stupid things we're going to do on the air.
Yeah, and I think we even were like, "Is there more to say?" I don't think so because it's just so simple.
Yeah, and I go, this is definitely something Johnny can't mess up because it's just going to Trader Joe's and asking the people at the old one as they're looking at this new beautiful one in the distance, why did they still stay loyal to this tiny little one with the crappiest parking lot in the world when they could have gone across the street to a much bigger one? And you go, yep, got it, and then you didn't do any of that.
Yeah. I messed up. But you know what? I could go back again today and go get more audio.
I want this to be even louder and harder to understand.
Yeah. Maybe you should get more keys.
I think you should go with twice as many keys.
Right.
And I think you should be more discreet. I think you were too obvious.
Yeah.
I want, maybe now I'll just like hold it up kind of, because before I was kind of hiding it. Now I'll just kind of like hold it up.
Why does it have to be hidden?
Johnny.
I don't want to just like stick a phone in a stranger's face.
Well, you're saying to them, and first of all, they love the fact that this story's getting all this attention right now. They love the dueling Trader Joe's narrative on either sides of the street.
Okay.
So Johnny, if you want to get man on the street audio, you know how you have to interview people and talk to them for KROQ. You can't just be discreet like you're just some loiterer outside of a Trader Joe's making conversation with people as they leave.
That's where I think I messed up. I tried to be discreet as opposed to just like say, hey, can I talk to you, interview for KROQ? I didn't want to like, scare anybody.
Well, there's a lot of things that kind of went awry here. Just basically telling you what the assignment was and then you not understanding. I just don't know how there's so many lapses that happen in between us telling you and then you understanding.
Like, do you have confidence, Allie, now that we've talked about this on the air for the last 5 minutes? That if he goes back today, he'll bring us the actual audio we wanted.
Let's take some bets.
I want to say
Place the bets.
Just so simple.
Yeah.
Did you ever work at the other one across the street?
Yeah, I was there for 3 years.
Oh, you're a trader.
Yeah, I am. But I still love that. It's in the name.
It is in the name. Still.
I don't hear any music, by the way.
No, but it's a lot of bags. This time he moved his hidden phone inside
I
of
want
the paper
more
bag.
bags.
So anyway, that was our attempt to give you some inside information.
Let's see what round 2 is like.
We'll give it another shot. My money's on the under. Take the under. It's KROQ. parts of Southern California. It's time once a week for us to go see what everyone is complaining about on the many message boards, be it Citizen, Nextdoor, Neighborhood app, Ring app. There's a lot of ways to keep tabs on your neighbors, and we try to see exactly what is happening in our neck of the woods. It's time for us to meet the neighbors.
Meet the neighbors. That's what you gotta do. Say hello, shake a hand, share a smile, and make a friend. Meet the neighbors. Their dog just crapped in your yard.
That's right. Most complaints these days are about fireworks or gunshots, but there's other stuff happening as well. So what's happening in your neighborhood, Vanessa?
Well, I don't have one, but I can tell you what's happening in my neighborhood, and I can write it down and complain about it. And it has to do with fireworks.
Okay. She's very upset for like the third night in a row.
I am upset about it. And this is if I were writing it on the neighborhood app. To the neighbor that decides to do fireworks at 9:30 p.m., sir, you're giving me a heart attack. That is not okay. Please wait until July 4th. Thank you. The doggies and me would really appreciate it. That's it.
The doggies and me. Spoken like a true child.
You know, it's funny. They're actually doing something. I saw some services, I think free. Al, you love that. But I guess they're microchipping dogs this time of year.
Oh,
and cats, I think, for free because so many of them get scared when they hear the fireworks. They just run off and then they get lost.
Yeah.
So they're doing that as a service.
We should microchip Vanessa.
Vanessa needs to be microchipped so that if she gets scared and runs off, we can track her down.
Scurries away and hides under a couch.
Let's get one of those little bells around her neck so we can hear her coming.
I didn't realize, Vanessa, that it was so early in the evening that you were complaining.
Yeah, I thought it was
9:30 p.m.?
I thought it was like at midnight.
Yeah,
9:30 p.m. is late, guys.
That's
Seems
like
like-
when it's dark enough to do a firework.
Yeah, that's as early as you could do a firework and see it.
Guys, I have to go to bed early.
We all go to bed early. But
Otherwise, I get cranky.
I wouldn't be upset. 9:30. That's only a child would think that's a late time. That's crazy. I mean, it's once again more evidence into the folder
I
that.
can't hear over my story.
9:30 fireworks. All right. Well, there you have it. That's one complaint. Jake, what's happening in your neighborhood?
This is from Elizabeth. Breakups, boundaries, goodbyes, letters that convey your truth without compromising your peace. I ghostwrite the messages you've been hesitant to send. Whether it's a farewell, a request for assistance, or a topic that feels too overwhelming to address, I help you express your thoughts with clarity, calmness, and conviction. I have experience writing for professionals, artists, adult children, exes, and anyone whose words seem to freeze when it matters most. The result? Letters that sound like you, but with greater clarity. All correspondence is confidential, prompt, and always in your voice. Pricing: $50 for short messages, $125 for layered or longer letters. Rush options are available. Based in LA, remote or in-person consultations are available.
Wow, so somebody will write breakup texts for you?
For $50.
$50 for a breakup text. That better be great. She's probably just using ChatGPT anyway.
Totally. And I do think we're going to see an uptick in this. People are going to use ChatGPT to hone in on a skill and then charge people for it.
You know what, though? I will say that it's interesting that this little side hustle this neighbor of Jake's has come up with, because think about, like, if you have an apartment and they're going to try to raise the rent on you, and sometimes if you have the properly worded written letter, maybe you can convince them to not raise it or raise it only a little bit. I know that in the past I've had places that have attempted to go like, you know, your rent's going to get jacked way up, and I actually sit down, spend some time, you know, say, look, I've been a good tenant.
That kind of stuff is
helps.
worth,
It helps. So maybe that is an interesting service, but those prices.
$125?
Yeah, the prices
just kick me out.
Or for free from ChatGPT.
Right.
Probably add some details in there and then they can incorporate them. All right. Unfortunately, a lot of things in my neighborhood are, hey, do you know why the car wash is closed? Oh, right. It's because there are no people working there today. Hey, do you know why the patio is closed at Basta? But I was able to find this. This is from a lady named Jody in Lynn Oaks. Hey, all. My car radio is doing something weird. Does anyone know where I can get it fixed? Auto shops say they don't deal with radios anymore. And
come on,
the one
man.
comment from somebody said, who cares?
That's so insulting for all of us. That really is sad. That woman probably didn't want to listen to us, but still, she should have a working radio.
Yeah, but also it was like, what weird things? Maybe it's just our show that's playing.
Yeah, that could just be any
Could
of
be
the
a
number,
weird thing.
Any of the number of noises that Omar plays that you've made over the years on the radio.
Yeah.
Finally, I share with you this Mike from North Hollywood who says, does anyone know who these kids are? They kicked my neighbor's screen doors and damaged multiple neighbors' doors.
Oh.
And I think I bumped into them the other day on Tahunga running around causing trouble. When does school start again anyway? And I want to show you the picture he posted of these kids because it's hilarious. They are once again, it's young kids.
Oh, my gosh.
Young kids on scooters.
They're like 7 or 8.
And one of them is doing the thing that kids like to do where they
put their shirt over their nose. You don't know who I am.
Right,
I'm nobody.
Right, like someone farted, put my shirt over my nose. So this guy is really not happy that these kids are running around causing mayhem and destruction over the course of the summer.
It's just so typical to do the whole "when is summer over" bit.
Right, the old people
in June
that don't like
when
it.
school's only been out for a couple of weeks.
Someone responded and said, I think I know who one of those girls are. She's the producer for the Klein Alley show on KROQ. She's a
that's
child.
Not true.
So there you go. No,
she would never cause mayhem.
The parents should ground them. If I was their parents, they wouldn't be allowed to go on those scooters in the neighborhood.
God, I think that backseat parenting is worse than backseat coaching.
Yeah, I agree. It's some of the worst. We take a quick break.
You don't know.
When we get back, look at what's happening in the news. The Lakers have been sold. We'll go into that in detail. We'll get into a brand new hour of the show. We got your My Cam at Dodger Stadium tickets and more after this.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 FM. KROQ.
Good morning, Mr. Flips.
KROQ, if you'd like to join us, win yourself a prize and play some first impressions with Vanessa, the master of many voices. Get on the phones now at 800-520-1067 because we got up for grabs tickets to Pulp Rock, Tarantino Pulp Rock, a high-octane live rock spectacular.
And Quentin Tarantino has made some incredible films over the years.
Some of the best.
Some of the best, and some of the best monologues in movie history, some of the best, most heightened moments with a lot of swearing, but we figured Vanessa would be incredible at replaying some of those.
She's never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie ever, so let's start with that. Never seen one, but she will be recreating some of the most iconic scenes, and you will, of course, if you win these tickets, you'll get to go to the Tarantino Pulp Rock, where you'll get to watch these iconic films and the soundtracks performed live at Cinevita at Hollywood Park. And also, everyone who qualifies, everyone who wins those tickets this week, someone is going to get the VIP experience, including a VIP booth, comes with champagne, snacks, dedicated waiter, waitress, valued at over $1,000. That's the grand prize. So you will have an amazing night celebrating the fine, legendary career of one Quentin Tarantino.
Vanessa has never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Nope.
And she's never successfully pronounced Quentin Tarantino.
That's true. All week, as she's been talking about this prize we have, she's been saying,
Quentin?
Quintanana. So we're like, what? You talking about Quentin Tarantino still? She goes, I think so. So we will play you. She's recreated some scenes. She's been working on this all morning long, which is why we had to wait until 8:30 roughly to get this on the air.
She wants time to perfect her craft.
We will play a clip of her doing a scene, and all you got to do is tell us which Quentin Tarantino movie it's from. And if you're able to identify which scene the movie is from, Allie will write your name down, and we'll pick a winner and give you some tickets. All right, let's say hi to Rebecca in Valencia. This is not going to be easy, but if you're up for the challenge, welcome to KROQ. Good morning, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. We'd love you to win this. Once again, as you know, Vanessa is the master of many, many voices, and we will go ahead and play you the first scene right now from a Quentin Tarantino film as performed by Vanessa. Listen closely. Here we go.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But I mean, it's tipping automatically. It's for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their jobs. Hey, this girl was nice. She was okay. She wasn't doing anything special. What special? What's special? Take you in the back and S your D? I go over 12% for that.
All right. Now, listen, I know this movie.
Iconic.
That is an iconic scene. Only who knows if that'll be performed again if you win these tickets. Do you know what Quentin Tarantino movie that is from, Rebecca?
I am going to guess because I'm also the worst, but Pulp Fiction, is that a
Show me Pulp Fiction. No,
Is that a thing?
not. Pulp Fiction is a thing, but that is not a scene from Pulp Fiction, which is too bad because it is, a quite iconic scene, Allie. I'm going to play you the actual scene right now, and then we'll go to the next one. We have multiple scenes to share with you. I don't want to give everyone the opportunity to guess that one, but this is that actual scene took place from one of the, I believe, I think it was the first Quentin Tarantino movie ever.
Really?
I believe so. It was the first one I think I ever saw, and it was this scene from Reservoir Dogs.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But, I mean, this tipping automatically, it's for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their job. Hey, this girl was nice. She was okay. I mean, she wasn't anything special. What's special? Take in the back and s***
So, I don't know. I think Vanessa and Steve Buscemi had similar delivery.
Yeah, can I just hear a little bit of Vanessa's impression now? Because now that I recall Steve Buscemi's delivery, I would just like to hear a little bit because she got the.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip.
But you sped up her speaking a little bit.
I'll tip if someone really
right. That's her Steve Buscemi.
If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's tipping automatically. It's for the birds.
All right. Well, there you go. Beautiful.
It's for the birds.
It's beautiful recreation right there. This is First Impressions with Vanessa. We move on. We say hi to Armando now. Armando, I hope you can get one of these right so we can give away these tickets. Good morning, Armando.
Good morning. How's it going, guys?
Good. I hope you're a fan of Quentin Tarantino. More importantly, I hope you're a fan of Vanessa Tarantino as she is recreating some of these iconic scenes. And here is your scene. Listen closely.
The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negatives, I collect your effing head. Whoa. Just like this effer here. Now, if you son of a bitches got anything else to say, now is the effing time.
All right. Feel like I'm in the movie with Vanessa. Do you have any idea what Quentin Tarantino film that line comes from?
So good. I believe it's from Kill Bill Volume 1.
Let's find out if you're right.
ただ今問題になったことは除きますが The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negative is I collect your head. Just like this here. やろうと同じようにね Now if any of you sons of got anything else to say, now's the time!
Beautiful.
Woo!
Beautiful.
I gotta watch that again.
I didn't think so.
Equally intense. I think Vanessa's version was almost as good. Armando, hold on.
Anything else to say?
Yeah, hers was like if Rosie Perez got the role. But still.
Don't bring up her Chinese heritage.
Yeah. Once again, this was just a clip of Vanessa.
What? Does he look?
Oh, hold on. That's the next one. Hold on. That's the next one. There's too many clips of Vanessa here doing Tarantino to keep track of it all. This was her once again doing Kill Bill just to bring you back to the moment.
If you son of a bitches got anything else to say, now is the effing time.
All right, Armando, hold on 1 second. Congratulations. You got yours right. People, big fans of this game on the text line. I can hear Vanessa recreating Quentin Tarantino films all day, every day. Well, we got one more chance for someone to lock in on this. And what a prize, because someone's going to end up in a VIP booth enjoying a whole night of Tarantino. All right. Let's go to Baldwin Park and say hi to Alex. Alex, welcome to First Impressions with Vanessa. You ready to go?
Sweet divots, yes.
Sweet divots. Here we go. This is your final impression. This is apparently a Quentin Tarantino movie as performed by Vanessa.
What? What country you from? What? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, mother effer, do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, mother effer. Say what one more goddamn time. He's black. Go on. He's bold. Does he look like a bitch? What? Does he look like a bitch?
Okay. Alex, your final chance to play. It's not a comedy. I guess technically it is now. What Quentin Tarantino film is that from?
That is Pulp Fiction, baby.
That's right.
And by the way, she's never seen Pulp Fiction either. So for her, just in reading these lines, it's the absolute first time she's even heard this, witnessed it at all.
I mean, she can pick up on the performance already, though. I mean, those are the beats.
Listen, you tell me, Allie. Is this Samuel L. Jackson or is this Vanessa? I don't even know anymore.
What? What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, mother. Do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. Yes.
Once again, it's hard to tell where one of them stops and one of them starts.
I mean, my goodness.
It really is remarkable. But regardless, congratulations. You also got yours right, which means 2 people, Allie, got theirs right.
Does he look like a bitch?
Okay. Hey, Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. If you need to get involved in the show, or you want to, I guess you don't have to, but if you choose to get involved in the show, you can do that lots of ways. 800-520-1067 to call, to text, to win. But first, let's get into your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, we start with some basketball news. Yes, the NBA championship is still going on. It feels like it is taking an eternity. But in the meantime, the Lakers have been sold. The Buss family sold it, and it probably feels pretty nice to be $10 billion richer. I don't know what that feels like. This is the ultimate resale success story. They bought the Lakers in 1979 for $67.5 million. Jerry and Jeannie Buss and the whole Buss family, they were holding down the fort for 46 years, and now they're passing the torch to Mark Walter, who owns the Dodgers, and that franchise is doing pretty well, so why not own more teams? And it's the most expensive team franchise sale ever, with the Celtics being the most recently sold for $6 billion.
I grew up a huge Lakers fan, even though I was on the East Coast. But specifically, I was there with Magic Johnson and James Worthy. I mean, that was kind of the team I grew up really idolizing. Hey, Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. If you need to get was going to potentially own the Lakers, and he's got a ownership stake in the Dodgers as well. So, he's very involved. I mean, that guy's a savvy businessman.
Yeah, but isn't being just a little involved so much better than being the one? I mean, there's so much pressure, right?
But
if you're I'm kind of on the outskirts.
He
and if it fails,
made the
it's not
claim.
really
I'll give him credit, though. When the Celtics sold a few years ago, last year, 2 years ago, when they sold for $6 billion, he said if the Celtics are worth $6 billion, the Lakers are worth 10. And everyone said that's a crazy number, and they got $10 billion. That is...
Yeah, he's expressed his excitement
insanity
about this on social media, and yeah, he called it. So let's see what changes from now on. But if it's any indication of how the Dodgers franchise has been run, seems like they're probably going to head in the right direction.
I feel like basketball has more barriers, right? You can't just spend all the money in the world.
Seems like you can. Seems like they just
baseball. There's no salary cap, right?
Yeah, but you got to pay up for all Luca's snacks. You see how big Luca's gotten? Actually, I think he lost weight, actually. But
I think he did finally lose.
Yeah, his snacking budget, I would imagine, has got to be a couple $2 billion.
I know. Now everyone's talking about his body.
Right.
All right, Donald Trump has a lot of agendas on his plate. It appears that bombing Iran is now one of them. But aside from the possibility of a war overseas or a civil war, there is a different war that Donald Trump is focused on right now.
Summer war, baby.
What?
Summer of war.
Jake predicted the summer of war.
I don't know if this counts, but let's see.
The Biden administration launched what you've called a war on showers.
A war on showers. It's a fight. It's a war that Allie's been fighting for a long time.
I will not.
And she is.
I'm just punching it.
Undefeated in her war against showers.
Well, here's what Donald Trump says is going on.
Yes, I like to take a nice shower to take care of my beautiful hair. I have to stand under the shower for 15 minutes till it gets wet. It comes out drip, drip, drip. It's ridiculous.
So he has made the time in his busy schedule to sign yet another executive order that does not limit the water pressure in your home. So water waste is back in style.
I thought that was an
Seinfeld episode? What is happening?
Is he doing a bit?
It sounds like a bit.
Yeah.
It totally does.
It's ridiculous.
Oh,
shouldn't you be focused on something else right now?
Drip,
God,
drip,
damn.
drip.
It sounds like he's talking about something else.
It really does. Yeah. Oh, we're not talking about my pianist. Wait, he takes a 15-minute shower every time?
Well, I mean, with him, you know how he exaggerates, so it's probably you got to do the Donald Trump inflation there. It's
How
probably
long? I mean,
3
I'm
minutes.
being serious though. I'll give everyone a chance. Like Allie, when you take a shower on those rare occasions, what?
Hold on, let me go back. Let me go back in time.
What is a shower for you?
So I took an everything shower last night,
Yeah.
and that's about 15 minutes.
Wait. You have different types of showers?
Oh, yeah. There's 3 different types. There's just the rinse, it's just like a once-over really quick.
And when does that happen?
That happens like after a workout or like at the end of the night if I'm not
After a
washing my hair.
workout, you need the everything shower.
That's when you should use the everything shower.
No, because I don't wash my hair every time. And
Oh.
sometimes I have washed my face before my workout, so half of that's done. And then after the workout, I will just do like a rinse on, and then I'll get the little loofah and I'll do a once over on my body, and that's like 2 to 5 minutes max.
She only has to shave her face once a week.
Let's make a deal.
The
Allie.
everything showers, I have to wash my hair, wash my face, and shave everything.
Yeah, let's do that every time.
Wow, shaving probably takes a long time.
Let's do the everything shower every time.
No slight. I'm just saying the ladies, they have a lot of area to cover.
Yeah, and I think my wife takes them twice as long.
Really? 30 minutes?
Yes, and
for
she
her
gets
everything?
that. She spent $30 on eucalyptus spray.
I don't think I've
She
ever.
creates like a spa inside there.
I don't think I've ever taken a shower in my life that's been longer than 5 minutes. In my life.
My average is probably around 3 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I mean-
efficient in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you're just washing your body, then yeah, I understand
And you
that.
know me,
But
my
with
body,
your
my
hair-
face, my hair,
I only
everything.
wash
Sometimes I'm
the
shaving
top.
my nuts in that time.
I wash the top half only, and let the gravity do the rest. You guys always give me a hard time because I don't wash the bottom
yeah,
half
but
of my
most
body.
guys do that 2 or 3-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, body
Wait.
wash thing.
Klein, you don't wash your nether regions?
Pits and slits, I do. Pits,
okay.
pits and slits get their own
You got a
proper.
slit down there?
I got a slit on the back. Thank you.
All the
Now,
slits.
what about the front?
The front, I let the gravity take care of that.
What? Klein?
Dude,
Yeah.
you don't wash
gotta
your
take care-
junk?
Yes.
Allie, smell my junk. It smells
No,
great.
why would I?
Smell it.
It's no.
Smell my
It's
junk.
too early to smell anybody's junk.
Never too early.
It's never a
Today's
good
a
time for
holiday.
that.
Today's a national holiday. So let's
That
do
is
that.
True.
If you support the cause, smell
Yeah,
my junk.
smell my junk.
All right, stoners, things could be changing when you buy your weed at the weed store. You may have heard about this massive new study that they did about the effects of weed on your heart. Ingesting weed in any form can more than double your risk of a heart attack or stroke. They just released the results of this. It was done on 200 million people, so it was a massive, massive study, and they found that it doubles your risk of heart attack or stroke. So now the next step that they want to take is to put the little warnings on every pack of joints that you buy, on every weed gummy,
Whatever.
on
No one's
everything.
reading that.
Yeah, I know, but this is kind of like the turning point, right? If you think about, like, right now we're kind of in the 50s where everyone's smoking cigarettes. Everyone's just smoking. Everything's great. And everyone's like, why aren't you lighting up a cigarette? I'm lighting up a cigarette. It's after dinner. It's before a walk. It's every single moment. And then when you think of it, now it's so regulated, and now there's these big studies going, hey, wait a minute, now that everyone's ingesting a ton of weed, what does this actually mean?
Who's putting the warning on the weed now? The Surgeon General, or does that go to a different person?
That's what I'm not sure. I think it would be.
Nah, we got to pick like a guy like Willie Nelson to do the warning. Some guy that like people
I
are
don't
like,
believe this.
yeah, like something. It's just Willie goes, no worries, all good, enjoy it.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, like don't worry.
Just don't do coke while you're doing it.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's going to change your decision,
Uh-huh.
but it is something like, we've all learned to ignore those no matter what, but it is now like they start getting pretty aggressive. If you go to other countries and try and buy cigarettes, there's like pictures of weird deformed babies on them.
Yeah, those are cool.
And you're like, what is happening?
I thought that was a brand of cigarettes. I was like, oh, give me a pack, give me a cart of those deformed
Mango
baby
babies.
smokes. Those look good
Can
right
I get
there.
deformed baby lights?
We get into a brand new hour of the show next on KROQ.
This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, Mike Chem, Dodger Stadium. Let's go. Caller 20-800-520-1067 right now. We get you into the show happening in July, which is almost here, entering, in Johnny's opinion, the greatest span of months of the year. Jason, July, August, September, October, November. It's where all the good stuff happens. We get you into all those shows. KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout continues right now for caller 20-800-520-1067. My name's Klein. That is Allie.
Morning.
Got DJ Omar Khan, that right there. Jake the Nerd.
What's up?
And in the back, taking your calls, Postmaster Johnny and Vanessa. Vanessa will be singing the national anthem tomorrow in Spanish. We support that move, and that will be at Allie's Pickleball game. One dyke versus two tykes. a lesbian battling children in a game that she claims she's a prodigy at. We are convinced that kids could beat her, and she went on the air and said, I bet you I could beat not just one, but two kids. So we found some twins.
Kind of regret saying that.
And Allie will be battling some listeners' kids tomorrow. So that'll be exciting, and we'll have some undercard matches as well happening. We're not exactly sure, but we're all going to be meeting up in Santa Monica at noon tomorrow at a place called Pickle Pop, and all the details are up on our socials at Klein Alley Show. Open to the general public. Come on out. So many people asking if we're going to take advantage of the new drinking rules in Santa Monica afterwards by taking to the streets for some celebratory drinks. I think if Allie loses to the children, she will be drinking in the streets for sure.
I think if I lose and the kids win, I have to drink Shirley Temples while you guys drink.
Well, we all get to drink real alcohol?
Yeah, I have to have kids drink.
Well, I'm excited about it. Once again, it will be happening tomorrow. And I know the NBA Finals are going on, but let's be honest. This is what we're all focused on.
One day.
I've been smoking weed more years than you've been alive.
Two types.
What you call a lesbian that gets beat by a couple of kids in alley?
Pickleball.
Those kids are talking a lot of smack. I think there's actually new messages on the GOAT line from them as well, talking trash.
Do your homework.
It's very exciting. Allie had no problem taking down a one-armed handicapped man in pool. You think she's got a problem taking on children?
A win's
no
a win,
way.
baby.
She'll take any win she can get.
Spike it right in their little kid faces.
Let's say hi to caller 20. Give some good news away, and then we will get into the entire hour we have in store for you right now on KROQ, and it's a damn good one. Tara, good morning.
Hi.
You are caller 20.
Am I really?
Yes, we don't joke about these things.
Okay.
You seem like you don't believe it.
I'm kind of nervous, but I'm not sure.
Nervous about what?
A little bit excited.
All right, well, get a lot excited because you're going to go see my Chem at Dodger Stadium.
Really?
Really?
Oh, my God. I've been trying for, months now.
Well, now you're talking over the song, though, so...
So quickly, tell us why you're excited.
I just love them. This is my favorite band, and I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Well, let's kill the song for that. Go ahead. She's complimenting us. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Ali and Omar, they're definitely the greatest. Kevin, I don't know about you.
Okay.
Get that
Glad we
along.
waited for that.
All right, put on the Linkin Park song.
No, do it.
Last night was one of those nights where I woke up 50 times way too hot, and I can't figure it out because I technically have air conditioning, and I crank it to, I believe, a respectable number, the always hilarious 69.
Oh, it's so funny.
And I laugh to my, and I know Steve likes that. 69. That's a pet peeve. and the reality is, for some days it feels like it's cold, and other times it just doesn't. And I have, you know me, I've tried the sleeping naked thing.
Yeah, but also, doesn't your wife have like 10,000 blankets?
But not on her side of the bed. She's got, and I'm not an exaggeration, Allie. We have now crossed into double-digit amount of blankets because the other day one of them was all bunched up, and I saw the process. There is like 2 weighted, not 1, 2 weighted, and then about 8 others.
Dude,
she
if
has
there's like
10
an earthquake
blankets.
or an emergency, she won't be able to get out of there.
Well, she almost killed our last dog because it got buried under all the blankets. She couldn't find the dog anywhere. I think it was trapped under the blankets for hours.
It's like suffocating.
So many blankets, yeah. And I have on my side one blanket, and occasionally, still that one gets tugged over to her side of the bed.
Yeah, violently.
So, but she's told me she didn't want me to sleep naked ever since I had children. She's like, I don't want you to sleep naked because it's not fair.
I thought you were going to say ever since you had 2 buttholes.
No, I've always had that. I was born with that. But she doesn't know about that. But ever since my kids were old enough to walk in the room if they had a bad dream or whatever.
She just didn't think it was appropriate.
Yeah, she's like, you shouldn't be you can't be naked anymore.
Yeah, but your kids see you naked, right? I mean,
no.
Really?
No.
No, your kid just called you shrimp.
No, but that's not about. That's
That's when you walk out of the shower.
Right. She's talking about actual shrimp guys. Come on.
I call you sweaty when you get out of bed.
So, but yeah.
So you were sleeping naked, and
no, I don't sleep. No, that's what I think. If I.
So you think you would sleep better if you were naked?
I know I would.
So
it's the best sleep I ever get.
Don't ever sleep naked, and I ended up sleeping naked last night, and I had the worst. Why are you reacting that way? Are you picturing me sleeping naked? Okay, come on, guys. And it was bunching just right on the cover. It was in all the way. You don't have to close your eyes. I'm right here. Look at my face. Look at me in the face when I tell you.
I don't want to.
Okay, and it was getting real clammy down there.
Oh.
And I kept switching positions and going, where is this external sweat going to go? Because it's just clapping all together. And if I had actual clothes on, this would be so much more comfortable. And I ended up getting up in the middle of the night, finding underwear and putting them on just so that I could actually sleep. I don't know how anyone finds it comfortable to sleep naked. That was my mattress.
Allie, that is so gross. Everything you just said is so gross.
I guess.
And why
can you relate? We're all relatable.
No, because no, I can't. I don't want to be any part of that story. But I don't understand because if you're saying you were too hot, so you tried to sleep naked.
No,
Vanessa has no.
I had just
Vanessa, you don't have no air conditioning, right?
I do, but I try not to turn it on.
Have you turned it on yet this year?
I have, but just I'm only 7 o'clock for an hour. That's it.
God, you have very interesting rules.
Well, because it's so expensive and I'm the only one that pays the bill.
Don't you go to bed at 7:05?
Yeah, I cool down my room for a little bit. Well, now that the sun's staying up forever, no.
But you could sleep naked and not turn the AC on at all. Some say that sleeping naked actually does not cool the body.
That's what I'm saying is I think it warmed me more because the sweat didn't have anywhere to absorb. It's not escaping my body. It's just all sitting there together, accumulating.
It's terrible.
It's just all clammy clam down there.
I hope everyone
changes the station.
I hope everyone changes the station immediately and doesn't have to think about that.
Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
All I know is
swamp ass.
I know that.
Yeah, but sweat actually literally makes you cooler.
Yeah, but not when it's just all trapped in there.
You got to get a better system going. I mean,
you got to get a fan in there.
Yeah, you got to get.
I sleep with a ceiling fan. It's great.
Yeah, but I have covers on. It's not going to get anything under there.
Covers?
How many covers do you have?
I actually have 3.
It's summertime. What are you doing?
No, but
there's your problem.
I gotta be cozy.
What do you got?
Oh my God!
And Allie, because she's a lesbian, I bet you she has those flannel sheets too, which are probably
those are so warm.
The warmest sheets out there.
Those are in the closet. I take them out only periodically.
So wait a minute. Why don't you come up with a better system? Like I'm a big proponent in switching up the system when it gets to summer. For so many reasons. Omar's right. I have a fan that I don't usually pull out, but now I got it right next to the bed.
I hate that fan. We have that fan, and then as soon as it makes an appearance in our house, I get so annoyed.
Why? Because you don't have to look at it. It's an eyesore.
Yes,
yeah, but
and
you're
it's
an
always
eyesore.
in the middle of the room, and then it's always so loud, and it's blowing in inconvenient places. I don't like it.
You have to talk into it, make that funny voice.
I'm not.
I'm your
it's not even that kind of fan. It's not oscillating.
That'd be the first time you had an actual fan, Alex.
Shut up.
I don't.
You know what?
So what are you going back to sleeping in? Just underwear now?
I'm going to go in full-on pajamas, the way God intended it.
Oh,
I should be fully clothed.
Jake, what do you sleep in?
Because then it's cozy on my legs, and I can rub my legs together like a grasshopper.
Oh,
She's gonna start a fire.
what, Jake? What do you sleep in?
I just have like a pair of sleeping shorts and a tank top.
Omar, you sleep in just a shirt, a t-shirt?
No, I sleep in no shirt, sleeping shorts, sleeping socks.
Sleeping shorts. What
I have sleeping socks too.
I guess talking about boxers.
And a bandana.
What the hell are sleeping shorts?
Sleeping shorts. They sell them at Kohl's. They're sleeping shorts.
Pajama shorts.
They're like pajama. Exactly. They're pajama shorts.
I gotta get some sleeping shorts.
Yeah. And sleeping in socks is actually really nice.
What? That's weird too, I think.
But I like fuzzy
And my
socks.
feet get cold easy.
Yeah.
Socks is weird.
Yeah, socks is weird. That regulates that because that. Look, they said the best trick I ever saw said if you get too hot, you should take your feet and kick them out from under the if you want to have a blanket on your body, that's cool, but kick your feet out on the under don't let your feet be under the blanket. Kick them out. So I
can't control that.
They're
then
raw
when I'm
dogging.
sleeping, I can't just control that my feet are out from under the covers all the time. 917 said, Allie sleeping naked. Suddenly I am siding with that guy Steve. These are all stop listening words.
Ladies and gentlemen, KROQ. No down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands. On a K-Rock summer ticket blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest K-Rock shows, including Turnstile at Exposition Park, October 4th. Lord at the Kia Forum, October 18th.
Never be royal.
Bleachers at Great Park Live, October 25th. Heim at the Kia Forum, October 9th. Back with the Pacific Symphony at the OC Fair, July 30th. And more. A different show every hour on a K-Rock summer ticket blowout. Courtesy of Golden Voice.
Hey, this is Beck. Keep it on K-Rock to win.
K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. How are you handling the terrorists? Well, Vanessa had an interesting approach, which was get together with her friends. She wanted to go out, but she decided that they were going to attempt to go bowling on a budget. And the budget they came up with seems almost impossible to be able to do anything with these days. But she said they had all these different workarounds. And, of course, this is the thing I tried to tell her. And, Vanessa, whose idea was this budget? Your idea or your friend's idea?
No, my friend Christine's idea.
And she said you all wanted to go out, but everyone's like, I don't feel like spending money. Everything costs so much. So who came up with the number?
We just felt like $50 was doable, so we decided $50 for the night.
And this is dinner and drinks or just drinks?
Oh, we had dinner.
So you had to figure out for $50 how you could have dinner and drinks. And the idea is that if someone buys you drinks, right, like if you get hit on.
Oh, yeah, well, that was also, we were hoping for that too. Did it happen? No, it didn't.
So the plan.
We were losers.
Leave us hanging, why don't you?
So wait, the plan was if we go out with this budget of $50, maybe we don't even need to use the budget if we can, find people that would like to buy us a drink.
That's like my hot cousin. She can go anywhere and not pay for stuff. And she believes it, and it happens every time.
I think we should raise some money for all of the beautiful people that are used to not buying drinks that now are, I feel like even guys now that used to buy
They're
drinks.
They're going to be more selective.
A little bit more unable to buy all the drinks. I think there was a time when any guy would go, if any woman that wants to talk to me, I'll buy her a drink, at the very least. Now I think with everyone tightening it down, I think we should start raising money for all the hot women that are not going to have guys buying them drinks.
Now it's like, hold on a minute, it's $18 for this cocktail.
Yeah.
How long am I going to talk to you for, really?
So your so $50 was the budget, and within the $50, and did that include transportation too? Ubers?
Yes, and parking. Let me break it down for you.
Okay.
So we started out by going to Trader Joe's to get like a pregame drink,
And this was all part of the $50 too.
Cans. What?
That was all part of the $50 too.
Yes.
Wow, I'm surprised you went with individual cans and not just a bottle of vodka.
No, because we don't want to get messy,
You could have done for 28 cents, according to Allie, you could do a tampon soaked in vodka
Yeah.
And you could have won.
Already, I'll beat your ass. I can do this whole night in 25. I'll prove it to you. Go ahead.
That's Allie's big plan for Coachella. She's going to go in big, soaked up and ready.
I'm going full vodka tampon.
That's
Okay.
all 3 days.
Okay.
All right, so it's just you and her. Just you and one friend?
Yes, just me and a friend. So we got like a margarita can cocktail from
Like a
Trader
6-pack?
Joe's. What?
Like a 6-pack?
No, just we each got one. You know how sometimes they have
Oh, the sad loser cans?
The one-offs?
The one-off loser cans? Oh.
That was your pregame? That's so sad.
I think they even call that section the loser can section because it's just like these
It's
one-off
like the lean cuisine section of the liquors.
dented cans. So you got
No, it's the cans that if people want to try it, you can take one.
No, I get that.
Oh my gosh, you loser!
I'm just getting one.
She's yelling at herself now, calling herself a loser.
One
Let's calm
drink per
down.
person is just not even a pregame.
All right, so you eat. So let's not judge. So you decide, can we go out and have a good night for $50? Which usually seems like a lot of might have a good night. Especially that's $100 between the two of you because you don't have to do everything solo. So okay. You start with a one can at Trader Joe's.
Okay. We each get one, okay?
Okay.
Which they did get us pretty buzzed. It was such a good time. So when we went to Santa Monica, by the way. So we went to Santa Monica.
How did you get there from Long Beach?
We wanted to change scenery.
How did you get there, she said?
Oh, how did we get there? We drove.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
drink and drive, people. Do not drink and drive.
That's a way to save money. Okay.
We didn't get drunk, everyone. We did not get drunk. Okay.
What is going on with her?
We wanted a change of
I'm not saying I'm drunk, but I feel it.
Officer.
Anyways, so we got there. We had our drinks. We were on 2nd Street. What is that area called?
Sure.
Wherever that
3rd
area
Street
is.
There?
Yes, we were there.
2nd Street. She could.
No. 3rd Street's too expensive. You got to go 2nd Street.
Smart move. There's nothing there. You know where all the tourists go to 3rd Street. We're going to 2nd Street.
So we went there to people watch, do some entertainment, listen to the people playing the music outside.
That's a real homeless hangout. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Are you sure you weren't in an alley?
It really is.
We're
I mean,
playing
I know.
busking for money.
That was actually the best part of the whole night, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I love that part.
And
then,
did they have food at this place?
no, just wait.
Okay.
Then we got hungry, so we decided to go to Chipotle for the kids' meal. That was $7.
Wow.
We each had the taco kids meal because we just need a little bit something.
So right now, how much you pay to park in Santa Monica?
$10.
Okay.
Which we split, so that's $5
$5 each. So between your one can of margarita at Trader Joe's, your kids' meal at Chipotle, what a Saturday night. Entertainment was free because watching a guy spin around on a cardboard box cost nothing. So that's good. So you got free entertainment, and then the parking was $5 each. So
that whole section right there was a good time.
right, you're almost halfway through your budget to this point. Yes.
Then we decided, all right, we're gonna go to the nice bars now because we already ate and we pregame with our margaritas that got us going. Then we went to this bar named Chloe, and the drinks were $18. But we're like, this is our one fancy drink for the night because we're hoping that we'll get a second fancy drink by someone. But we did not. Anyways, we paid for our
No,
drink.
that's an interesting choice. I'm going to invest in this $18 drink and hope that
that
within
brings
30
along.
minutes I'll find another drink for
Before
free.
you settled on this place, Chloe, did you see what the ratio? Did it look like there was a lot of guys? I would think you'd want to go to a place that seemed like it was maybe guy heavy because you get some attention as a lady.
Actually, it was kind of empty, but it's okay because it was a vibe. The drinks were delicious.
The vibe seems like there was no
Yeah,
one.
I guess if your first vibe was the Trader Joe's single can aisle, this seems like a real upgrade. But okay.
I hate on my plan.
No. I like your plan. Go ahead.
So now you're in this bar, and you're already, and now $18. That's a huge. I mean, that's almost the rest of your budget for the night.
Tip. And then we're like, then we were looking at what money we each had left, and we each had $12. Okay, so then we wanted to go to this other bar called Misfits. And we looked at the menu, and the drinks were $17.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
because it's Santa Monica.
Yeah. And or we could have gone with a beer, but we're not gonna drink beer, guys. Come on, we don't want to get full of beer. We want
Right.
a cocktail. So my friend's like, since we have already had like 2 drinks in us, we're like feeling confident. We're like, she's like, don't worry. I'm going to tell the bartender we only have $12 each because we were doing this budget thing for work.
Wow. Okay.
We really just want to finish and the night with, and then the bartender, let me see what I can do.
So you're telling him flat out, even if you give me a discounted drink, I won't have enough money to tip you. Can you hook this up somehow?
We have $12 each. We're trying to buy a drink each. And the guys, the menus, they're $17. You tell the bartender.
But the bartender was like down with it. He's like, yeah, let me see what I can make you. He made us espresso martinis with tequila because we were on the tequila run.
Tequila espresso martini?
Right, there's a theme night for you. So he made you the drink, and then you're tapped out. Now you have no more money.
Yeah, but so the bartender was happily what? He was happy to make us the drink. I'm not saying I'm drunk, but I feel it.
That's right.
Anyways, Vanessa, so he made us the drinks, and when he handed me over my drink, I placed it down, and I moved the menu, and I spilled the whole drink on myself.
Oh, you loser!
I was a loser this night. But did we stay on budget? We did.
Yeah, you did.
Did he remake the drink for you?
I felt bad because we're only gonna give you $12 for this.
So you didn't even get the roofie drink.
So the good news now is in the year 2025, with everything going on in the world, you can still, for $50,
get drunk,
have a children's
but not
meal,
drive home.
have a children's meal. Have a loaner can of Trader Joe's, and have a drink spilled all over your lap.
And have 1.5 drinks at a bar on 2nd Street.
Hey, but that parking, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
$10 parking.
That's a bargain.
Can't complain about that.
Valiant effort, Vanessa.
There's your Monday motivation from Vanessa. Come back with takeaways, wrap up today's show, and turn it over to Nicole Alvarez next.
When you get a butt dial, Klein, is it just from your mom?
If my mom calls me 90% of the time, it is unintentional, and it's her butt. And then when I tell her later, hey, you called me 9 times in a row this morning, she's always shocked.
But it's someone you talk to on a regular basis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Last night, I received a butt dial from someone that I don't talk to very often at all. And it was a very mysterious, very X-rated voicemail.
What do you mean X-rated? Like they were having sex?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm interested in what you think and what your theory is of what is on this voicemail, because this is just a piece of what I heard.
Ow. Ow. Oh, my God.
Okay. Right?
Vanessa, that's so quick to judge. What is that?
This goes on for minutes. But
maybe the guy needed help. Like he was pinned under like one of those IKEA furnitures to topple over on you.
He's in the bathroom after all those tacos.
Maybe this guy was $10K for LA.
Anything could have been going on, but it starts like this.
Hey Siri, shut the f up.
Whoa!
What?
Wow!
So aggressive, man.
Wow!
Damn.
That's the first thing you heard?
Yeah, and this is a guy that I know, but I don't. I can't even tell you the last time the last time I talked to him on the phone was when I was trying to rekindle with old friends when we were doing our forced resolutions. So it's been a very long time since I talked to him. He hasn't called me since that rekindling
let me try
moment.
To remember. This is when we forced you to call random people from your phone you haven't spoken to in a while.
Yeah, and this is the guy I went to
really
elementary school with.
Is this the guy that's like
He's like a rocket scientist or something at Stanford.
Oh, he's really smart.
He's super smart, and I called him, and he was like on the way to Curacao for a vacation.
He sounds smart based on how he yells "F you" at Siri.
You know what it reminds me of? Remember when that paraglider crashed and he had Siri call 911?
Oh yeah.
Hey Siri, call 911.
Yes.
Call 911. Emergency.
Yeah.
Right?
That sound. Play yours, Allie. Now, hold on.
Ow. What the f is the voice? My goddamn. Oh.
What happened?
Are you talking to me?
Can we find it? Do you have the guy's number?
Not only do I have his number, we decided to call him because I wanted to confront him about this and see if he remembers anything about this.
Well, let's just play some bets for a second, because if you get you wake up, you have a random long ass voicemail. Usually, we all experience this, and it's someone that did not intend to call. And you usually just hear the sounds of pockets or someone walking. It's
I
never
woke
good.
up to it and I was like, oh, this must be a drunk dial. But then as I'm listening to it, because remember Shannon Sharp did an accidental live stream of his sex?
Yeah, where's that audio? That sounded like
was a real weird.
It sounded like Chewbacca going to town.
Yeah.
It was a lot of like, it was real guttural.
Yeah,
right.
This is.
Do you have the audio of that?
Let me
Because
see.
that once again another accidental, and I think he accidentally.
Klein's never been so jealous.
Man, I've never made that noise or made anyone make that noise. I mean, it's wild. I got to start doing that more. Maybe I
And
just.
then what's you? Oh, I'm this person's son. It's not done at all.
And this is your guy.
Yeah.
How long did this message go on for? You got?
3 minutes.
Wow. All right. Well, hold on. Vanessa says he's on the hotline now. Let me say hi to. Should we say his name? You think he's going to want anonymity?
Peter.
Oh, hold on. Let me get him on. Hold on 1 second.
Sounds like he's playing with a Peter.
Hey, hey, Peter.
Yeah.
Hi. Welcome to live radio. You're on KROQ. What the hell was that?
Well, I think we all know what happened.
No, none of us know what happened at all.
Either you fell out of an airplane or you were having sex with Shannon Sharp. We don't know. We don't know what happened.
And an accident happened, and Allie got the best of it.
What was the accident?
What do you want me to say, Kevin?
We want you to tell us what happened exactly, because this is
painkillers.
There's words that I can't say on the radio. That
well, don't worry, we bleeped them the first time around.
Can you in a slightly cleaned up version? You hurt your junk, or is this in the backside?
No, just good times with whatever.
What? Oh man,
this is less clear than the voicemail you left me.
I want to party with Peter now.
Peter, is there?
Peter has a boat. Remember?
Is Peter? Is there another? Is there another person involved in this, or is this just you?
There's another person, of course.
Oh, there is.
But yeah.
So this is. So we are hearing.
Do you want to talk to her right now?
Here she is.
Allie, you know Trisha.
Yes, I do know Trisha. Hi, Trisha.
Kevin knows you too. Kevin knows Allie too.
Hello.
Hey, Trisha.
Hi.
Hi. You know this message that is this your boyfriend or husband or what's this one night stand?
My husband.
Husband. Do you know this message he accidentally left on Allie's phone? I mean, listen. I don't know if you heard that. Listen.
Shut the f*** up. Ow. Ow.
You know about this at all, Trisha?
Nope, didn't know about that.
Ow.
You gotta be more careful.
This is the volume. Goddamn. Ow. Are you talking to me?
Now, Trisha, are you
Is
involved?
Trisha there?
Are
or
you
no?
involved in this? Because you're not on this recording at all.
No.
You were not involved in this, or you were there?
I don't believe I was there. And if I was, maybe...
He's in the back.
Put it back on the phone. Put it back on the phone.
Was Peter on poppers or something?
Okay, are drugs and sex involved, or both?
What?
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 Hold on. Guys, I am more confused now
Totally.
than I was at the beginning of this call.
Darn it.
Peter, was this a pleasure message or a pain message? Because we really can't tell.
I don't know if I want to continue this conversation.
Really? It's that private, Peter.
What did you say to her?
We just asked if she knows what that is. What is that? By the way, of all of the times to accidentally call someone and leave a message, I mean, this was a choice moment that Allie came in the morning. She goes, "You got to hear this message I got in the middle of the night."
It's not done at all.
What time did this message come in, Allie? Midnight?
12:30.
12:30 she got this. You're having a late night.
It's not done at all. Hey, did he have one of those 4-hour Viagra boners?
Oh.
All right, now I got to go back to my cell phone. Now I got to listen to the voicemail. Now I got to do a lot of stuff.
We'll play you the voicemail in its
right
entirety.
here.
I don't want to hear
Allie has the voicemail. We're all listening. It's a giant mystery.
Yeah, you heard it. I didn't hear it.
Someone's guessing maybe Peter has fleas too. Is it possible that he got the fleas?
I don't have fleas.
Listen to this message. I mean, this is out of control. I can't.
I'm using like 4 or 5 different painkillers. Oh.
Are you in active labor, Peter?
I think you're about 8 centimeters dilated at this point.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Allie, I'm going to kick your butt.
Thank God Allie shared
I guess
this
it's
with
going to
us.
hurt.
Yeah, Allie, what would it sound like if you kicked your butt? Play some audio. Let's see.
I'm trying to be polite because I'm on the radio.
Kick it.
Wow.
Clearly he's embarrassed, but I'm just curious as to why he would be embarrassed.
I honestly was worried just because it sounds like you're in pain, and I think at one point you say you need a doctor. So I just want, for your sake, to know that you're all right.
By the way, you've earned the nickname on the text line. You've earned the nickname on the text line, Pegging Peter.
Oh, okay. Were you getting pegged?
I can't say that. Apologies.
You don't want to say what was happening there? You went to Stanford? I just want to point that out, right?
Yes, I worked at Stanford. I worked 30 feet underground
Okay.
with a bunch of scientists.
Oh, he's doing.
So now your phone's
his
breaking
phone's
up.
breaking up.
Geniuses can make their phones.
All right, smart.
Do this.
All right, so you're not going to tell us what the noise is.
Okay. Okay.
Someone said, someone said, send Peter a tiny towel immediately.
Yeah, he actually, Peter did ask me for a tiny towel.
Well, sounds like he needs it.
Yeah.
I mean, he may need a full sizer.
Did that ever come in the mail, Peter? I guess maybe according to this voicemail, it did.
What? Trisha's right here.
Trisha, we're not getting a lot of answers.
You can't just pass it off.
We're not getting a lot of answers from Peter, and we are very curious as to all of these noises that were left on Allie's message. Can you?
They sound really bad, but actually, I think he's got a couple of slip discs right now, and I was most likely there, and I was probably giving him a back massage. He has not been feeling very good because he lifts a lot of heavy stuff at work. So my guess is that's what it was, but it is an aggressive message.
Oh, okay. So you slipped a couple of discs, and he was on painkillers, and you're giving him a back massage. But sounds exactly
He's
like
not
pegging.
on any painkillers, but he has been in a lot of pain. Yeah, a lot of icy hot.
All right. Well, that is a mystery solved for now, I guess.
I don't believe it.
Sorry if it's boring.
I definitely think any of our theories are probably more likely than this one, but okay. Peter, be careful. And a warning to everyone, be careful who you accidentally call while you are making weird guttural noises, because you could also...
Shut the f*** up.
All right. Thank you. Sorry, Peter. I will. All right. 1067. Read them with you and share them next. K-Rock. But fear not, Nicole Alvarez will be on in moments, and you have a chance in about 15 minutes to win yourself some tickets to go see. Hold on, I've lost it. I don't know. Hold on, A Day to Remember. Is that what we got for you? Hold on, I got the big list here. I'll go over the big list. I should have looked at this earlier. In about 15 minutes, A Day to Remember and Yellow Card. Hey, we just played some Yellow Card on K-Rock, so you get tickets for that coming up in about 15 minutes with Nicole Alvarez, Offspring at noon, then Bleachers, Incubus, Linkin Park, Blink, all throughout the day. So just keep on listening to K-Rock for your chance to be a part of K-Rock's Summer Ticket Blowout. Reminder, tomorrow, we're going to be at Santa Monica after the show for Pickleball, one Dyke versus two Tykes. It's unofficially called that. Officially, it has no name, and that'll be happening tomorrow. If you'd like to join us, noon till we get bored with this bit, which will probably be around 12:30, and we cannot wait for you to be out. If you want to come down, it's not an official sanctioned show hang, but come on down. You're invited. And also keep eating them tacos, please. Today's the day. We just crossed, earlier in the show, we were up to over 4,000 tacos eaten, tagged in as we were trying to do some good, 10K for LA. I'd love it if we can get up to closer to 8,000. If we can do another 4,000 today, potentially be at 10K by the weekend, man, we will have done some good for the community. So please keep eating tacos, keep tagging us. Use the hashtag 10K for LA, 10K tacos, whatever you want to do. Just make sure to at Klein Alley Show.
Eat
on
real
Instagram.
tacos from real Mexican food places, unlike Klein.
Henry's Hard Shell Tacos. That's right. Henry Johnson. He knows his tacos. That guy's the best. Allie bounced out of here a little early because her kid is off today. He apparently cares about Juneteenth more than Allie does. He took the day off.
A lot of people at the station care about Juneteenth.
Apparently everyone does. And not so, by the way, we're not here because we don't care about Juneteenth. We're here because we care about doing live shows as often as we can do live shows. Unless they conflict with family vacation. That is the most important thing. Let's get into some takeaways, and then we'll officially get out of here. On the text line, Some of these I don't even know what they mean, but I'll read them to you anyway. So here we go. Allie can crisscross applesauce on her own. That's from the 310-818. On June 19th, we drink our coffee plain. Well said. You have to listen to the complete show to understand the context of that. 626, pits and slits is all you need when you shower. 909 radio, who cares? That hurts, but I remember what that's from. 714, sounds like Klein's going to Santa Monica tomorrow. I know it's calling me. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. Here, Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Wonderful, thank you. Wonderful. Yes, that's a great takeaway. We will be going tomorrow.
What have you done?
There's only one thing I know for sure, and that is that Peter was getting pegged. Oh, mama. That's right. What's your takeaway from today's show, Jake the Nerd?
Make sure to hatch the water this summer.
Got to hatch that water, baby. Hatch the water. According to Vanessa, nothing more important than hatch. You got to hatch that water.
Hatch.
We all heard hatch. That's what you said, but that's okay. You have a takeaway from today's show, Omar?
My takeaway is that Klein and Ellie are going to live forever.
Yeah, we can both stand up on our own, so we're living forever. So you better get used to us. Thanks for hanging out for these bonus summer hours. Thank you for all the wonderful messages on the Go line. I'm sorry we couldn't get to everything. Tomorrow, remember, $500 Fridays. One Dyke versus Two Tykes Pickleball. Johnny Doesn't Know is back. Lots of other things. Tickets to give you. I don't even think I'm supposed to give this away yet, but I will because I feel like we've got that kind of relationship. Tomorrow morning, we will have Offspring tickets and Linkin Park tickets for you, so even more of an incentive for you to listen for us then. All right, have a great day. We will do it tomorrow, try to do it better. Until then, Omar will take us out, and try not to stutter this time, Omar. Here we go.
That they feel that
so close.
That they feel that
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 FM.